So I don't got serious.
Which them
Yeah, trust me, your life.
which them that will make us know. And agree. Say say me no me and you share happy. Yes, that make yes, that make yeah, me the papa.
When we do bra penny, but we do show no clear.
Anything until some will be battle. Me any and cross someone so my
Genuine.
me any once a while I'm porcho. Near the ma better but pet yapon.
Yapon.
We're fired. Better do that see a pet yapon. No mercy for the cripple. That's what I say.
Be a serious show. You're serious there.
Yeah, this there be that. Na yeah, serious yeah then.
Serious there. Kai.
Yeah, there. Yeah, yeah, for serious in your face. Hey, bugger. So who say never party we. Enya de bia o ba be na na di. Esi who say ya. Abusia for ye ba mu nyina adwo mama kwa ba fe na wa join ni ampa chobo modern like na share na invite you be. Ene yeni ekukudamfo bi ebedi nkomo enti you don't want to miss out on this opportunity to also get to enjoy some musical, Kwame Fabrofo na can also some music.
Some musical geniuses.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Bemu bi I'll say he's I don't know if he's up and coming because I haven't really heard much about the music, but Kakana Mihu and I feel say he's good in hopefully he will join us soon. But before I son be joining in, my NTA on a Ghana National orchestra something at the National Theatre or something like that. I'm not sure, but I don't know where it happened at. But Bibisa, Kwame Edaya platform is me abo. So people will have an idea who we're talking about.
Oh, mommy, heads up, crowd.
Yeah. Papa, facha me.
I'm connecting WhatsApp now,
Oh.
So we go concert girl.
My imagine them mpodo bi ehun chom mpodo bi ehun nawo enye papa dem
concert girl.
Yeah, very disrespectful too.
Very concert girl.
Very
To the connecting my second screen.
Second screen, okay. The said gentleman I think he's ready on standby to join in on the conversation, and I'm super excited. Mitsi and Ninyo no miame who say, hey Jack, talent we are say. Kwame nyawo talent ni bi o. Enye wo sa debi. Mitsi na who say Charlie we be a talentless papa. Talent. Some were born with it, and some also actually almost try, but
Yeah.
And how he was on stage and how he was flowing float
he was born to do it.
Yes, he was doing it. He was doing you could tell he was himself whilst he was on stage. Like he was himself, and it just came naturally, and I actually enjoyed it. Several times into I mean Sunday. Okay.
Orchestra then
me patcho bo orchestra then na nkofo and yem bo orchestra then we ani abo performance na die no na afi me de link na man hopefully obeba backstage in TT we and then oba na ye de na aba into no ebusia for your friend of Fim Bosiakon the rapper.
Buesiakon
the rapper. Fim Buesiakon the rapper. Yeah. The name Buesiakon, it means something in Ashanti, right? It means something.
Yeah,
it's like Obrimpon, like a prominent person, right?
Boisiako is one of the name of.
I think so. Or Bobby will have him give us the meaning of the Nidino because maybe I know me yeah shede we kaka the other to papa so I
most likely papa so but
maybe oh okay no problem. Oh be the magia too. That's to papa so now where 80 yenko na yenko tie enyum no and then when we come back no we will
it's me monko ana
mpacho yenko piatum woso and piebo tutu
hey me neighbor say that
Une manage internet na kwame. Hey, kasi neighbor dey say me say na dear we can't afford any mishaps. Yes, na.
Hello.
We want people to enjoy, yeah. But you catch your neighbor on yesterday.
Oh. Okay, them neighbor here.
Yeah. This is hip life. Hip life is our life.
Hey, neighbor. Back.
Hey. And him glasses and penny. Kwame, what? How you gonna do it like this?
Like Casa fine, so yay.
How you gonna do it? How you gonna do me like this?
Observe for 1 minute.
How you gonna do me like this? How you gonna do me like this, man?
What's that? Me free so bow.
Yeah, and then, okay, yen try a what do you call it? Yen try the whistle.
One more time, say.
Okay.
Say yeah.
Yeah. Let me say me show some papa na tena on internet so.
I'm paying for the margin, but your mind.
No shaking.
Kai, okay. Pay for
buffet. Is this buffet?
It was playing as soon as I took it off.
You took it. Okay, let's try that. I mean, I want people to enjoy this one actually. The other one, Nedie. But I mean, if we can't play this, I'll try other one and I say okay.
Yeah. I just grown and I'm crying upon it. Or therefore, you're portraying it myself. Your friend, boys, ya come, the assembly, and I'm seeing ya chima to have what me yet. Media the panel back on top of some my bro. I'm packed. Odi for Biani and Monyam body chrome to Mosevina, Mesumeko, Nemo, Mokai de I was the voice of the youth, man. My birth was the beginning of the movement. Timosevina shit, yeah, the youth, man. Used to be the real deal, Joe, we were proof, man. Yeah, me buy it, and you mommy the buy it. Mr. Achami, your brown for the prior. If you don't have a suit to do a coin, come on the buy, and I see the packers and eat in Kaya. Ordinity idea to them, dear to have me, Chidima. Or just for anyone, where's your queen? Ordinity idea to them, dear to have me, Chidima. Hey, or just for anyone, where's your queen? No, pen ordinity idea to them. Yeah. Downtown Kesa, Morris baby face, so dim it down. I cry, Zap Mallet, Nini, unique sound. I'm yet to many melodies. Take you with his gun, hit life, college, Mama, last two bass to two speakers. Too tough for goose, kill it, red dot with his trumpet. A brown for execution that return, none of better. The second coming, Sugar Tone, quick action. Nana Kane, DKB production. Rope, JMJ, some guy pull up brave with the top city jam, hip life, I ain't fear. 100% rap, that's a high level. Dr. Duncan, could have what my old Joe. Rap the carry, Panji, Richie, DJ Black. OM with the videos. Let's go. What's up? One time, let's go. Yo, One hour Fanti, CH for Quadras, Sasquatch Park, straight to the mountains. Bob Skinny Shanko, Macocovelli, Triple, Masasia by Shilo, Dr. Bo, Watani Okra, Motia, Bowling, Tiny, Rutai, Osama, JD, T Blaze, Nanano, Mr. NFL, DTL, VIP. For S for book, back up the one and the two, Banana, Maquad, S for Civil, Kenya Batsman, Yogi Dogi Bandana, Silava, TikTok, Dead Body Mess, Never, or Brown for Bomber for, or Bonya Cassie for, Rockstone from Stone, can take it, I can take it in Casapado, Chicago, Big X-Go, one time, let's go, yeah. Charles to Freddie J. Manson, I did good and sleep music, Big Ben, Talapata, Good Blast, Smash TV, Advertiser Cycle, Metro TV, RIP, Sonny Valley, or Chami Kojo Kum, Ronnie Coaches, or my Hinipoto, Jerry Chaka, Black Tie, OJ Black, and all the late hit fly soldiers. You ask for an anchor, this is an anchor. I go by the name FFM, aka the Rapper Man.
Kwame, can you even attempt?
Oh, attempt to meet me, but I said, be
Say, be fun. Say, be fun. Say, be fun. All right. I was here for us, like I said initially, no. Yene Fim the rapper, Bosia and a Boesiako. It didn't mean who be Boesiako, the rapper. And Udinu Hunam say, Udi Eno Hunam say, Ampa, because you know your artistry, you know, defines, you know, everything about you and your craft. We are Emma Wakwaba Eba a highlight radio and actually a variety night, a entertainment show in the diaspora. We often interview, you know, artists, movie stars, and all of that. And when we came across your video, we were like, no, we have to have him on the show. And yeah, hosted by Papa Abiku, or joining later, he was like, no, we have to have him on the show. And God being so good, he connected with you and our no Kasaya, and you agreed to come. Once again, we say on behalf of the whole team, we say thank you for taking time out, because maybe I want to be with time. I know it's a vast difference. You know, yeah, we really appreciate you taking the time out to come and, you know, have a chat with us. And, you know, yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Thank
it.
you for having me too.
Thank you.
That's
can you give us a little something? Tell us a little bit about yourself, so some of our listeners and watchers know they will know who you are, and then as the conversation goes on, they will get to know more about you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And I'll finish. Good evening to all your listeners. Midian Kasankase Isaac Edu Baxton.
Okay.
I'm a musician, a producer. Music started for me way back in high school. But high school, no, on say how the need diagram and share that fun serious. But it was really after high school and started fun serious, and because I say this we wanted to embark on this music journey. And you know, after high school, no, I was in a group with one other guy. The friend is Conti. He's also doing really well right now. He's also a producer and an artist as well. He's doing well. Yeah, that's Conti again.
Oh, Conti hini NS. Oh, okay. Hey, yes.
It's Conti.
Me too. Kwayache. Abo.
I feel the Ghana was never true. No.
I'm past Ghana with Namidebaye. I'm past Ghana with Namidebaye, and I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but anyway, Kwame, that's not your business. We're not talking about me, okay? We have Kwame, Mami can't have it wrong. We have a guest here. Behave yourself, okay?
Yeah. And Minis Conti, we did a couple of songs together, but then we decided to embark on solo careers.
Okay.
So it was during my solo career, and I made my first single out featuring Kessie. The title was The Rapper Man. This was somewhere 2011.
Okay. Kwame Mpacho, can you get that music now, or cano? out so we can probably play it and listen to the rapper. We can probably listen to it a little bit. And I mean, whilst you didn't come on, when you I know I mean patch out to my.
All right.
Yeah, and then somewhere 2013, I also did another song with Jupiter, which is She Want Me. So between 2011 to 2015, and I'm in fact production was serious here. I was doing the production all right, but it wasn't full time. I was more of an artist, a performing artist than a producer. But then 2015 up to this time, I mean this time, no, and I'm starting for production is serious. Into I worked for a lot of artists, both established and then up and coming ones. Noteworthy amongst them, I've produced for Miss Bell. I've produced for Afro Moses. I've produced for Strongman. I've produced for, and I'm also the guy behind Tulinke's hit. That is the Proud Folk Boys. I'm the guy behind it. I'm the guy behind Bogo Blaze. Almost every Bogo Blaze hit, I'm the guy behind it. I've also produced for Kofi Mole. I've produced for Gariba. I've produced for Luther. I've produced for Double. A couple of people. Many of the artists, and I've had a chance to work with them. And I took a break to also focus on the production aspects. That is somewhere between 2015 to 2021. I wasn't seriously focusing on myself. Almost every time, no, my dream said, maybe music for myself. Then it'd be a big project, but then I had to put mine on hold and then focus.
So your focus was more on producing other artists than doing. Okay. Which I mean, from what you're telling me, some of the names that you're mentioning, you have actually produced a few, almost they are doing very well, which I would say, kudos to you for doing that. So if you sit back and say, would you say you've been more productive as a producer than you've been as an artist, or you've done more as a producer than as an artist?
Yes, I've done more. I've been more of a producer than an artist. I've been more of a producer than an artist. But I think the being an artist was my first love, and the talent is so huge that it can't be kept aback. It just needed to come out. It just needed to erupt. So my guys were like, yo, you can't just focus on people. You can't channel all your efforts, all your energy on people. You have to focus on yourself as well. So as a result of that, I started putting, one or two together, and then that birthed this particular project that I'm pushing. But for a very long time, I've been producing and focusing on other people. But let me say, the later part of 2022 up to now, I've been working on myself as an artist.
So in totality, how long have you been in this business?
I can say 15 years.
15 years. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
and
I'm dating it back to 2008.
Okay.
Where I began to take it seriously. This is what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Okay. And so out of that 15 years, you've produced other people, how many albums or how many singles have you, put out?
Myself or for other people?
No, yourself. Since you're focusing on yourself, and I mean, we know as a producer, we know. So you're saying that you've done, and you've mentioned a couple of names where the likes of Strongman, the likes of Kofi Mole, and all those people. They're putting out great songs, so we know. As a producer, you're good. So as focusing on yourself, and how, and you might now because you've brought out so far.
I haven't released anybody of work that is an album or an EP. I haven't released any album I just released my first album just September 1st this year.
Excuse me.
But proud to that it had been just singles. A lot of singles. I've released a lot of singles. I can say I've released more than 10 singles. Yes,
Okay.
some of them, I didn't really pay attention to them, and others too, I tried to push a little bit, but I felt that I wasn't really ready for that journey. I hadn't
Okay.
discovered myself properly, so I was just doing things anyhow, and
Okay.
I was getting anyhow results. So I
Right.
needed to take
If
that
you do
break.
things anyhow, you get anyhow results. So
Anyhow
yes.
result, exactly.
Yeah.
So I needed to take that break,
Mm-hmm.
go back to the drawing board, redefine myself, and then come back proper. So the break
Mm-hmm.
that I took to focus on the production was more like a learning curve for me. It was more
Okay.
like me trying to work on myself properly and then
Mm-hmm.
come back better as an artist. So yes, that has been the journey, and I think it's been worth it. It was a time for me to rediscover myself. All the
Mm-hmm.
time that I was trying to produce for people, I was also working on myself in the background. I was
Okay.
learning. I was looking at the business side of the whole industry, because if you're in an industry and you don't know your left from your right, then why are you in this industry first of all?
Mm.
Because back then we're just focused on, we just want to blow, we just want to be famous, we just wanted
And be
to
all
be
over
on
the place.
TV and
Everybody
all.
to know about you. You're on TV, you're on
Exactly.
radio, you're here. They are calling your
Uh-huh.
name and all of that. That was what your focus was. It wasn't okay.
That
Okay,
was
that
the
makes sense.
focus.
Okay.
That was the
Okay.
focus. Until you pray and your ma be brave and your man was say cry yeah.
Na mo ye.
Uh-huh.
Asen shushu eni mu
Yes.
kakra. Na we kakra. Na we
Oh,
kakra. Na
you
we.
see that thing?
Mr. Fasia.
Yeah.
So, how did you come about? There are lots of names that people are coming up with. How did you come up with that name, Fim Fim, and what
Yeah.
inspired that name? Because you said your name is Isaac,
Isaac Yojo
right?
Baxton. Yeah.
Yes, and the Bosiako, Bosiako is not even your name. How did you come about
Uh,
that name? What inspired that?
the name Fim Fim,
Because
right?
I'm intrigued by that. Yes.
Okay. Fim Fim is actually an acronym which
Okay.
stands for Future Inspired Music for Inquiring Minds.
And
FIM,
then
FIM.
beard na
Ah,
yɛka sɛ obi
I knew you were coming to that.
ana kɔ meboa ana kofi meboa ɛnyɛ mfe yɛnka sɛ obi
No.
mfemfem ana mo
Anytime I mention, that's what people think.
No, I don't know who's
ana
But
coming
me
out.
Jenny,
wo na
and
wo
I know
abɔde
yeah,
sɛ bebree
fim. And I know yeah, fim. But mine is just
mfemfem
fim. Yeah,
mfemfem okay
yeah, yeah. Uh, so a
oh
future
okay
inspired music for inquiring minds. FIM.
oh
Yeah.
okay ɛnɛ masua biribi o okay Kwame ɔn sɛ ɛnɛ wasua ɔn sɛ obi abɛkyerɛ yɛ adeɛ ɛnɛ wo sɛ yɛsua adeɛ musically no
I'm just a mustache now.
ɛyɛ mfemfem you see
Okay. Where's your concern of film? Then who be
Kwame, I told you to behave yourself.
So I was expecting some kosher looking guy with a long mustache.
Right. Yeah, but here comes this, upbeat young
Yeah.
man that okay, so
Like his
oh
name,
yeah?
his name
Yeah.
has been in the scene for quite a while, but
Yeah.
You okay?
musicians now, you've heard about them, but you can't put a face to the name.
Okay, to the
Yeah,
name, right. Okay.
He was one of them. Honest, Nadam was
Oh.
going to me now.
Oh.
You say their name, but you can't put a face to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But
Honestly,
I did not think that it was the old same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought it was some
Okay.
new guy. So I was going to ask you that, but if you have made you go back, look at this 2011. I'm thinking that's the guy.
that's when
That's the guy.
okay.
My sister
Wow.
Avatar.
We're changing the housing and how color housing.
That be
Color and I color now. What's the housing?
Mato phone case for
What phone case and no. And what screen saver for and what a screen protector for and that's all we need in life. And since you took time to focus on yourself, do you have somebody managing your talent? Like you have a manager? Do you have? But I know, say production wise, that you're producing your own self. Do you have a manager?
Yeah.
And what steps and stuff have you put in line to make sure, say, the focus is going to be more on you than other artists?
Yeah. At the moment, we are not signed to any label, but then I have a team that I'm working with.
Okay.
I have they are more like my friends that I'm
Okay.
working with. So basically, and these people are so into what we are doing that we took time to learn. We took time to know a whole lot about the industry, and that is one of the main reasons why this particular project is even making strides. Into
Okay.
and let's say we are assigned to any label and we are making moves like that, but it's just a
Mhm.
group of friends that we decided to come together and then try to push this particular agenda. And me now for now, not just running BBR at the moment.
Nice one. Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
The music that we just played while you were performing with the at the National Theatre, no, I've
yeah, with the
watched
orchestra.
the with the orchestra. I've watched the
Mm.
original video, and then I watched the performance, and I listened
Yeah.
to the lyrics. What
Mm.
motivated that lyrics? Those lyrics that you sang. What motivated that? Where did you get the inspiration from? Because I feel that listening to it is dope. The things you say in it,
Yeah.
when you
Mm.
pay attention to it now, you can see, say, like the lyrics, it's dope. What
Yeah.
inspired
Thank you
that?
very much.
Na afei me wie a mema Kwame ne PK so ebisa wo one or two so we can there you go.
Um, um, it's I think it stems from my love for hip life as a
Okay.
genre. Um, I grew up on hip life. It was the music that I grew up listening to. So talk
Mm-hmm.
of the Obrafos, the Comfort Quaders, Reggie Rockstones. These were like big inspirations for me when I started music. So that is where the whole inspiration came from. But Osha is seeing also, especially the Ghana music industry now at the moment, nobody is really propagating the story of hip life or the hip life genre. It looks like we've swayed a little bit from our own, and then we are rather rallying behind other genres. We are living in the shadows of other genres. So,
Right.
Mr. D, I know who said um, this place is void. This particular part of the industry is void, and I can capitalize on that because I'm a people say hip life a woo, hip life doesn't fly, hip life is no more. But me yeah project where I made it to a the kind of comments, the kind of feedback, the kind of reception that I'm getting, it has
Mm.
been solid and way better than every other project that I've released over the years.
Okay.
Inti, the inspiration is from hip life, and I only decided to honor the people that were the giants during the hip life era. Talk of the
I mean
artists,
the originators of hip like
originators, and the pioneers of hip life.
the Reggie Rockstones,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
Bradford, they are okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I,
Okay.
I, I don't think we mention them enough. We don't mention them enough.
Mm.
We don't give them their flowers.
We don't
And I
celebrate
saw
them.
this
We don't celebrate them
exactly.
enough as they
Yeah.
should.
So
Okay.
very true. Very, very true.
Mhm.
So I saw this as an opportunity to pay homage to them,
Okay.
celebrate them, pay tribute to them, even
Mm.
to the extent of acknowledging the late ones as well. So
Excellent.
everybody, I tried as much as possible to engulf everybody who mattered during the hip life era. So that was the inspiration, and so far it's awesome. It's big.
Okay. How was the feeling like being on the stage with them, with the orchestra? How was the feeling like?
Eee. Hmm. So I feel in it, dear.
Feeling it
Because
deep.
deep, feeling it deep. Um, no hip life artist has done it, and I'm the first to do
Okay.
it. So it was a big deal for me. It was like a big deal for me. And
That's
my guys, we came together, we sat down, we were like, yo, this particular song, if you've listened, yes, you've listened to the original song.
mhm.
The nature of this particular song, the type of instrument that are used in the production, and all, I think if you try and do an orchestra rendition to this, it will fly.
Mm.
That was where the
Right.
whole idea started. So
Okay.
we went to the National Theatre and then we met the director, Mr. Ano. And then we spoke to him about the idea. And then it was like, yo, we've been wanting to do this type of crossover.
Okay.
So if this is what you want to do, let's just do it. And at that particular moment, I started having butterflies in my stomach because I was like, yes,
like you're
it was
falling in
more
love
like,
for the first time.
oh my God. It was,
Kwame, what
it
kind of
was
first time
just,
we again? No?
Yeah.
Mekai kakra, mekai kakra. Yeah. So, long story short, it was just awesome being on stage with these people. These people are masters at what they do. Like each and every one of them is a master at what they do. And looking back and seeing this number of band members on stage, everybody playing something, and then everything coming together to form that beautiful sound was just an awesome experience. And I say
And
big
if you
shouts to
watch
the
them,
Ghana National Symphony Orchestra. Yeah.
if you watch them for a minute, I think some of them paused to actually enjoy the song instead of playing the instrument they were supposed to be playing. We not pay attention. You could see said they were actually enjoying the song, like the lyrics that was coming. They were actually enjoying it instead of I don't know anything. Anyway, Kwame, and if Kwame, I don't know if you have any questions or
You
anything
froze
that you
for a
want to
minute,
ask
so
me.
I didn't really get what you said.
No, I was saying, say, the bandsmen, no, some of them were
Yeah.
actually enjoying the whole, they were enjoying it for a minute.
Trust me, like
That's almost pausing it. Me
yeah,
pass it for
yeah. They were really enjoying the performance.
Yes,
Enjoy
you
performance,
could
you know.
see.
There was this lady, like she bumped to the song from the beginning to the end. And it was just a nice experience.
I'm happy for you that you get to experience that and you enjoy doing it too. So I mean, I say kudos to you and more grease to your elbow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you faced any challenges? Then Kwame will take over and then PK will also come. Have you faced any challenges ever since you've been in the industry? Have you faced any challenges and how did you deal with it to overcome it to get to where you are?
Challenges, a lot of challenges, but I would say if in life, Ankasa, if you get everything on a silver platter, if everything is running smoothly like that, then it means there's something wrong. So these changes were like for me to also look at it from a learning perspective. I learned from these particular changes. A typical one is, or let's say was, it got to a time I felt like I wasn't appreciated enough. Like I was doing almost everything and nothing was really coming out. So I almost gave up, which happens to a lot of artists anyway. But these challenges even made me stronger. And I felt, I mean, all the time I give thanks to God for not letting me give up on this particular dream because Kamigi Yapanka, a lot of challenges.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly. A lot of challenges, but most of the time I don't want to pay attention to these challenges. I just want to forge ahead and then make use of whatever I see ahead of me and not what's past and gone.
Great. All right, Kwame. Maybe in body be our home portrait.
Oh no.
Okay. How was it?
What doesn't kill you make you stronger?
Yeah.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger except a bear. A bear will kill you. Bear will be kumpa. It will not make
and it's simple.
Okay, Ghana, okay, beside question, beside do you have any kind of like music house backing you? Nah, or say maybe just you and a couple of friends. More that kind of hang on and I'm here together. I think it's a very great, very, very good thing. Most Ghanaians, musicians, and artists be bringing on an independent scene on or more. And all these great songs, hip life now have been pushed by independence throughout. I think that is a great thing. The whole I was said will be back here and sana I know the Nigerians do it and they become very successful, but
mm, mm,
we have talent now in free Ghana now. They are more
mm.
pure
Yeah.
than that new artists. Then a lot of money they push him up. But woman say on the orchestra and got to now,
On to me.
it's not
On
going
to
to
me.
work
No.
because
No.
one year we groundwork no, and
Yeah.
kind of it's in that extent. It's like what actually pushed you from because I remember past and PK might tell you more because PK are more of a hip hop guy. I remember say like early 2000s and I mid 2000s, you came out as you mentioned, and then you disappear. What's specific? They're very Panama car. So you know what? Let me go into production and just hold on this performance kind of
Yeah. Said I'm a kind not yeah push here from all angles, but it wasn't getting the traction that it was supposed to get. Like
It wasn't pushing in.
The pushing wasn't pushing. So like we pushed money into it and all, but maybe I need to see it do no. Do. Until me can say now yeah things anyhow. Yeah things anyhow until it just hit us said no, see we just need to relax and then pay attention to certain things. We need to lay certain foundations. We need to get it right from the beginning. And to say, yeah, you could do show cry, but it's not tough form. I'm saying no one and mommy take it a break now. You started boy Juma. I feel that your boy Juma suya dear. And my even says see how more you do. And so that yes, I'm about back.
I hear this a lot. Say, old heads like myself, the piano we thought said hip life was. I mean, hip life is what we grew up on. It was the first time the youth of Ghana had their own song. They weren't listening to their father's song anymore.
Yeah.
Because like when we were kids, it was High Life and all
The
that.
Bugger High Lives and all of that. The Bugger ones.
Yeah.
Nana Tupuo, Keke Kabobo,
which wasn't our generation song.
Style. It wasn't our style.
And then all of a sudden, Reggie Rockstone came to Ghana and started this whole thing.
Yeah.
But don't you also think, say, when we were listening to our father's high life and our own music came, we were happy and we jumped on that. Don't you think, say, this new breed of people, the new generation, have also hip life is what high life was to us.
Yeah.
It's they've jumped on their new kind of music and are not
vibing to the high life.
Yeah,
I mean the hip life.
Kind of old school. Do you have that feeling? And I said, what do you say? The hip life thing, we did not actually drive it well. Actually, I'm sure I'm using
it. Into who's there? When hip life got introduced, we didn't sideline high life.
No,
high life was still high life. Into me problem and say, you get the hip life and a high life. So we don't need to sideline it completely and then embrace something which is totally foreign. Yes, among 4 hours of that session says Afro beats is all originated from hip life and high life. But no credit I'm hearing say can't Afro beats is here. I am more Ghana din. And Nigeria din here bebo. Into the question once again comes up, say Ghana, what is ours?
Right.
How original are we? What are we projecting? What can we say? Yes, this is ours. This year, at the moment, also, next year, God willing, is Hip Life at 30. Hip Life will be 30 years next year. How are we going to celebrate it? It's a milestone. How are we going to celebrate it if we are not really pushing Hip Life or if we are not patronizing Hip Life? Into Ghana for you are there, but we don't cherish it. We always, push it aside and then embrace something which is totally foreign. Yeah, me problem ni nyinaa no. Nti no, yes, you guys can do the Afro beats and the new genres and what have you, but we shouldn't totally let go of what's really even put food on the table of certain people. A lot of the artists, it was hip life that made them. It was hip life that made a lot of Ghanaian artists travel outside of the country for the first time. It was hip life artists that made certain Ghanaian artists, land endorsement deals. It was hip life that is making. It took a lot of young people off the streets. To be frank, because if it hadn't been hip life, there will be more people on the street way back than as we have it now. So hip life, yeah. And yeah, Anke, what's the total form cry? The new generation, all right, new genre. So you see, one thing is Anke, what's the who hip life say a bigger umbrella, and then other sub-genres can spring out from this bigger umbrella. But yeah, they're totally cast a hip life, and yeah, free hot crowds. So we don't do hip life again. High life, no, don't kakra once the one highlight back but you cast a Ghanaian sound these days that there's nothing like a Ghanaian sound. Everybody is an Afro beat. You see, idea the key word is Afro. Afro trap, Afro beat, Afro dear. Then I just my name's Afro now. You're my dead dear.
I'm a piano.
Yeah, I'm a piano. Yeah, what Ghana piano so?
Who say?
Ghana piano.
Hey, sorry.
It's actually an album. Guys, we release it. You're from a sample. Dope Nation, Ghana piano. Yes. When was it? When we say when you know county, yeah, dear no, you're burying no, and we are just living in the shadow of these other genres. You kase hip life. Afrobeat, and I say I'm a piano. Ghana, we wouldn't even pop up. We are not original, and we are not pushing what is ours enough. That is the whole problem.
So what is to say? Someone like you, are you championing hip life? What is your aim? Are you trying to bring it back, or are you trying to remind us what it was?
I think, sir, I'm trying to bring it back, and also I'm also, if not to bring it back totally, I'm trying to draw your attention back to it. Say there was this, and still, if you pay attention to it, it will fly. Because cry drop a project when we're a bit skeptical. Challenge the idea Nancy will be sorry, I know I can't 1 or 2 words above now Afrobeat now ebekoni, but you drop it and we realize that the people have missed the sound, but they didn't get anybody to feed them with that particular sound. Right now, all the big gurus talk of Reggie Rockstone, TikTok, Obrafo, or Chame Kwame, Miss Bell. Like, I'm out for Bebre. And who say, okay, this young chap has started this whole movement, so let us support it. Him said, definitely based on these supports and what the gurus, the media is also putting behind it, it will fly. Into say, and now you other artists, and so try to do something similar. Yeah, it would definitely fly. It would definitely fly. And I'm not stopping after this project. Series of projects are I'm focusing on hip life. Yes, said the American hip life here broad into there could be other songs that are still hip life. It's not just gonna be like this, what you've heard on this particular Boy Siakon project. You are going to hear a lot of storytelling kind of songs. Me, for instance, I'm a storyteller. And if you listen to most of the songs I'm releasing here, that kind of storytelling woman, you are going to get those kind of vibe. And people are telling me that it is quite refreshing. And that is the fuel that powers the machinery. Hip life for life.
So when you say a project, are you thinking of like an album or an EP, which is like purely hip life?
Yeah, the Boy Siakon itself is an album, a hip life album. It has 7 songs on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has 7 songs on it. So the title is Boy Siakon, and I have the ones that you guys have listened is just the Boy Siakon, probably. I don't know if you've listened to other songs on it. There is another one on it which is called the Hip Life Anthem, which is strictly hip life. There is another one called Coco Taco. The Coco Taco, yes, Coco Taco featured
That sounds like
Strongman.
a hip life title, but
That's purely hip life. So it features Strongman, and then one opera singer. She's called Loretta Labi. I have Party Mystic. The Party Mystic featured Kofi Mole. I have Sister Aisha. Sister Aisha featured Eden. And then I have Moguo. Moguo featured Pure Akan and then Kora. So these are 7 songs on that particular project. And trust me, Musio Ball now hit to track 1. You can't skip it. You can't stop listening to it until you listen to track 7. Because each one of the songs is dope. Each one of the songs on the album is dope. So this is a project. And the reason why I chose the name Boy Siakon is because Boy Siako is actually or was an Ashanti hero who willingly sacrificed himself for the well-being of the Ashantis, for the Ashantis to prosper.
Who's the catch said that name means something?
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm just okay. Kwame, I said that question. Time I can
yeah. Into said, yeah, but they're not to album. No, this album is more like a sacrifice, trying to get people to reconnect to hip life, or trying to get people or Ghanaians to fall back in love with hip life. That is the whole idea.
Okay, nice one. PK.
All right, so my first time I met in film there, I enjoy music, no. It orchestra, maybe behind the choral now. Me metis says if I'm back to this gram, you say you tell any and I say yeah, yeah, and I say yeah, or my dear, and I say shoemaker, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Wakasa be who famous, we are happy say this is unfolding and it's happening, but on a more serious note, no. I've known Baxton for the past 21 years. 21 years. I saw him when he came to Form 1. We all went to the same high school.
History.
He wanted to dodge the history, but I will let it out today. I cut to that part number. But before we go into the media, I should phone you my lawyer official de facto lawyer barrister. George, Tibet barrister, baby, I will be on the one check a sepa and and my personal secretary, so sassy. But Kwame, as I was saying, I've known Basta for the past 21 years. Watch him come to House 1, and he came to the Dada house. And I mean, I'm sorry, but Obia, of course, could be a Dada Dada Pass over House 1. And Sconti was my school son. And Scotty happens to be the best friend of Boston. And they automatic just click from day one. For some reason, now Boston were upstairs, up Janga. And then that's going to down Janga. So, Boston, on the Marcion one wine. The only man saying people can say, or drank one wine, and the boy first say, Baxter was that guy because I can still say the whole time in school, my bonana be 2 or 3 times. Man, you know more like how he made it, because I was the only senior now. Me bo or mom 1 year behind us. Usually, what tradition be was say, or from 3
violence, yeah.
Oh, busa, fim, not be SU
Violent,
executive. Not be SU executive. And now your friend is say, or form 3, you have to punish form 1. Or form 3, punish form 2, or form 2, punish form 1. It was the culture, but not film more than for be your friend don't teach you. That mean penance back, also penance. It's oh, that guy actually we got into it was physical. I'm a when
Yeah,
the
yeah,
crowd
yeah,
at
yeah,
one point.
yeah, yeah.
Me when he go to hospital, yeah, I was bleeding. And Film never liked me after that. And I heard about that story because they were very don't be a bad
Yeah.
boys. Spike, Sconty, Film, and guy bakuna ofita man no fresh boy not ofita man soon to no be. And there were like 5 boys that were all working
Scratch.
together. Scratch. And
Yeah, scratch.
don't mind your fanboy that the bees, you be rap this Sunday man. And Fifi made a statement that to me, I feel said it was a big lie and we have to correct it. Or say one part and you're not serious was he won school. That's a lie. 2003, when we were about to hand over to them and graduate. So me during my time, there was an issue with me.
Eja kene mi so
So
ma che wa
administration,
brochire pa o. Aboa.
uh, there was an issue with me. So administration asked me to step down as a entertainment prefect and become the entertainment committee chairman. And that was the first ever position. They didn't see that. And may his soul rest in peace. Posse J was our entertainment prefect. And at that year, 2003, when we were about to get ready to leave the school and hand over to Fenfen them as the next seniors, and yeah, symposium. And those days, Shankoma, Pop Skinny, they
Pop
all
skinny.
came, and it was the Eastern region competition. And at that time, so the number rapid kakra. Me Dusty Wee, first Kokun Stroma, and
Yeah,
the
yeah. Spider.
JCB, and Bujubi,
B-sider.
winning Spider, P-side album. So when it got to that point, we couldn't take anybody from our year group to go represent the school, but famous Conti. And I'm telling
Charlie,
you,
you they carry me things so like
of course.
wow.
We set histories and records in the school because your course school
Wow.
on them, right? I was a mainstream. Everybody knows, man. Sorry, knows them if you are this good, Ganas. And as a mainstream, I never liked the school, but I wanted to create a history in the school up to now. Cadet Amity was school hold them, the cadet is still running since 2002. It's still running up to now, and it's one of the effective cadets in Eastern region. And the reason why I say this is I'm very proud. Is 2 a.m. right now. I wanted to sleep or probably be out and
Mm,
partying. But when Fim tested me, said, "Oh, the interview is going to happen today," I was like, "You know what? I'm going to be on the show, and I want to tell the
mm,
world your real story." Because me can work, and I'm
yeah,
glad to say AJ
yeah.
made Kwame speak and made Fim speak to see what he was going to leave
Mm,
out and was going to bring up. Because I want to
mm,
speak of how his talent was erupted. So
mm.
now Fim a pure high life. I mean hip life, and Squinty was hip hop. Squinty then
Yeah.
now bro for Sam nigga guy
Bro
no
from more.
or
Yeah,
rapid
yeah, yeah, yeah.
crampa or rapid crampa a sinini
Or
made
slanging
the
is some
cow.
wavy.
Yes, a pawani made the shout bonsu manu maybe made the foul. And that was basically his style of rap that Squinty was doing the
Mm,
whole time. And
mm,
um we did a symposium, and this guy took down Pop Skinny, who was at that time
mm.
in one of the schools in Ekropon, and
I think Benku on Nifa.
yeah, he was in Begonifa, and Shankoma was at
Yeah.
Ekropon Senior High, Okwas. And Shankoma has won back to back Form 1, Form 2. And these guys came over and just killed it as the best
Mm,
dual rappers for Eastern
mm,
region. And ever since
mm,
then, Basti went from the guy that was all over the place to hiding. Not just a celebrity status now, and not all living on. And I remember a boy came to the school. He
mm,
had a show at Legend Hall. And the far Boston background said, we have a rapper on campus. And Obo was sleeping in one
mm.
of the cubicles. Obo show Legend Hall Kofodia. And he had one of the shows,
Yeah.
you better find a cubicle, no Boston be rap to Obo. And Obo
Mm,
said to this guy,
mm,
said, this guy will blow one day, but it's just
mm.
a matter of time. I remember like yesterday, he
Yeah.
had a Barracuda beat. Then we moved on, left school. Then I found Fim 2010, 2009 on social media, and I was like, yo, But still, what they go on? Say Charlie Piquet Adeo. I said the music, if you're not stop. And at that time, Sconti has already come through because who's the Sconti, the Quakesin and them, and they do
Yeah.
smart Mami Bodondo, Pa
Yeah.
Pesa. That was Sconti and Quakesi. And Sconti produced that song. So I don't know how both of them got into production of song. And again, anybody that knew Sconti knew because Sconti was Dadabi, the whole Dansuma. His dad was one of the richest people back in the 90s in Dansuma, Biopoku. So anybody that lived in Dansuma growing up knew who Sconti's dad was and who Sconti is.
Yeah.
And Sconti
Yeah.
had, like I said, he had a silver spoon in his mouth. And
Mm,
Boston
mm,
came from the scratch, like I have to
yeah.
make something happen. So I'm not surprised what he did with the orchestra at all. Matter of fact, I feel sad knowing the Boston that I know, another film that I know right now, should have probably gave me like a 90%.
Mm,
And he has more in him, in his tank, to give out to the society. I remember 2012, I had just came back from a deployment, and the film tested me, said, Obabe, in the first concert,
mm,
Dansuma, man with him keep fit, Dansuma keep fit, side Hodam, no. And I was like, I'm gonna
yeah.
surprise this guy. I was supposed to
Yeah.
leave Ghana on the 15th that day, but because of his concert, I left early. Ojina stage perform and maybe that backstage. And I remember Gary Bamuna has just started. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay, I Gary Babu boys, the rest of my best show they down. I'll be bufu yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
make no
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
I know these guys. Let it happen. And Kessie, you and Kessie performed this song. That
Yeah.
blew everybody's mind. At that
Let the
time,
choir
Kessie
sing.
had just
Yeah.
released the song with Sarkodie, Azonto
Mm,
Fiesta.
yeah.
And that song has just made a big hey, and Fim is in Dansuma bringing Kessie to Dansuma. And the whole Dansuma was out there to watch this guy do his thing. Along the line, Fim and I got into like a low management, try to see how things would go. Then things just fell off, naturally. But again, I knew said this guy has something in him. He
Mm,
had
mm,
something in him,
mm,
and he
mm,
still
mm, mm,
does.
mm, mm.
And like I said, I can't wait. Me, I saw Kofi Mole through Fim. It had a
Yeah.
big Fim. That
Yeah.
people would be a
Yeah.
friend Kofi Mole because now he used to do videos and he would send it to us. The Fim kind of had
Mm,
you, the movie boy been on it and then that one man, oh yeah, they be base, I don't know. And it was on one pick a line for Numbi, and they would just jam about it. Next thing I'm gonna say Kofi Mole is a celebrity or a musician.
yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
be this numbers Kofi Fim, you don't be this guy where they your status top, you know how they do this thing. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised when he was speaking about his credits, he never spoke about how he brought Kofi Mole to the limelight. But he talked about he worked with them. That's modesty right there. Mimi dear, I believe say all the credits due to you. No. We must give it to you because, like it was a
Mm,
history. We are Form 1 boy, there's no way we representing school in anything. We are
yeah.
Form 2 boy, there's no
Yeah.
way we representing school in anything. You have to be a Form 3 boy. I say,
Yeah.
prep college, my number 7 and I'm one of Kwame, my friend is saying, Akwana,
Alan.
Balami, oh yeah, they Balami if you body with us, so just a couple here. Oh yeah, they don't feel body with that. But I believe, sir, the chance that you had, you proved
Mm,
to everybody, say, a Form 1 boy can win a symposium in the entire Eastern
mm,
region and still make
mm,
records happen. And now here you are, Wisconsin doing
mm.
makers. But right now it's about you, not even Wisconsin. But
Yeah.
I just want to acknowledge a group who feel more.
Mm,
You guys started going solo. And I've always wanted to ask
mm,
you this question. I'm glad you brought it up. Said you guys
mm.
decided to go your solo
Yeah.
ways and just make your things. And I feel some call solo
Mm,
ways, Obia pushy, and you
yeah.
guys are doing
Mm,
something great. And I'm telling you,
mm.
this is a proud honor. I am happy.
Thank you.
I am happy
Thank
to
you,
see,
bro.
say, somebody that I've known this long, have made this
Mm,
happen, and I'm proud of
mm.
you. And I didn't even know, say, people were even watching you. When Kwame said it, you see the way I opened my eyes, I was watching him. Because Kwame,
Yeah.
also, you think he's
Okay.
not doing this, he's not doing that. But for Kwame to
Mm,
know you back in 2011, 2012, that is a big
mm.
plus for you. And that
Yeah.
should tells you, say, you've
Watching
paid your
from afar.
dues. You've paid your dues, and it's time for you to take the baton and run with it.
Mm.
Stop
Thank
being the
you.
water boy. Stop being, oh, Charlie, baton at all for my main farm. Oh, Charlie, the way I
Mm,
work with you, or chair if you my main proper amount. Right now, it's your
mm.
show. Like you said,
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
Siako.
Yeah.
and no be the commentary. Both ya kwan actually to the agenda. And to this
Chairman,
time around, if
exactly.
you come in at fourth, now we're back fourth the front, to take over the battle now. Bra, mention with him. Just I mean,
Sure,
mention
sure, 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 sure.
just stay focused to the price. Because if you first say right? So just stay focused to the
Yeah,
price and just fight it and fight it, because I am super proud of you. And this is the
thank
first
you.
ever you have been interviewed on the American side. So you should be proud of yourself too. This is Talent Radio. What I say, you should be proud of yourself, and I hope to see bigger things come out of this. And man, I can't wait to see you in person too.
All right, all right,
Thanks,
all
bro.
right.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Okay, yeah, that's a pa. What my history on a
Charlie,
film pa?
history.
Nice.
Yeah, mean kai kra
I
wa kai me
and then I make
nina.
catch up.
Whoa.
We say madam for you say that you bear me hot seat
Exclusive.
no be sure that ba be kika me hu sempa na me say me boa emfa. Enya dia me say metina akonya mu for hot seat bia da intimasa fa wo ho. But all the same, I mean, it goes to say or to show who you are and what you're about,
Yeah,
for bringing
yeah.
people out and not even saying anything about it. And it goes to show your character. God bless what you do. And
Thank
you
you.
may jam walk away and say I will Ghana. And
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I turn up, there is something I want to ask you. If you have to
Okay.
say something to your younger self, I mean, I know you're still young, but to your younger self, what would that one thing be?
There's this thing that I always say. Stay true to yourself.
Okay.
Stay true to yourself. If anybody says anything and your instinct is telling you otherwise, just stay true to yourself.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. And before you go, should we be expecting anything new coming out or anything? I mean, do you have anything, planned
Yeah,
for
yeah,
your
yeah,
fans? Okay. Okay.
yeah.
And do you have a set date? Do you have a set date for anything, or we should just keep?
AJ, what who had diabolical crime, There's so many
What's the
comment back open or the better one thing. So
name?
diabolical.
Kwame, there's my guy is no behaving itself. Anyway, and I say we should just watch out. We should just watch out.
Yeah, yeah. There are a series of I mean promotional strategy for this particular project.
Mm-hmm.
God willing, next year we are going to have a hip life hangout, and almost all the 7 songs on the album. I'm in talks with the National Symphony Orchestra to get them orchestrated, and then we are going to have like a concert proper, an orchestra concert proper, where I'm going to perform all the 7 songs as well, God willing, next year. And then next year too, I'm dropping another album as well, which is still going to be hip life. So it's all about the hip life movement, hip life agenda. Yeah, boha kusise hono betete.
Nice one. Okay. Me patch for all social media handles etudra na enkofo and follow.
AJ,
Yeah.
Mr. Before we man corner no don't social media patch on your bahad here
Oh,
Kwame,
remember na my
Kwame
freestyle.
attest
Oh,
me
me
back
man
don't
inko
say.
you. Oh,
Kwame
freestyle.
attest me back
Oh,
don't say
Debbie, freestyle. They walk go di nchini bottom. I'll be my freestyle. But me all for the social media.
Oh,
Share.
and I
No, what's
forgot.
the man
I
ako?
forgot. He was the fastest rapper too at that time. I
Nice
forgot.
one.
Yeah, I used to
Eh,
twist a lot.
all right.
I'll go
Patch
with history.
I make it show. For social media
Okay.
handles no eto out MIA.
Socials near at femfem_gh. Every media platform, every social
Every
media
both
platform.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Twitter,
and
which is now X,
okay,
TikTok, YouTube.
okay,
It's femfem FIM_GH.
underscore GH. Okay, we
Underscore
see.
GH.
I think
Yeah.
me patcho papa. Ye jawa makwe di NS any patcho busti kakrama and I because the way you were flowing, like the flow was like dope. Patcho try kakra try be 2 seconds. You know what I say? You never share how far.
Obi ana Kwame
What?
atwaso.
Why? Patcho mitie me a
Okay.
misro. Mitie me misro.
Okay. So this is from the Hip Life Anthem. It goes like, Modi animinti mamon to tomase. Man so mi muye na me tofe ma akosua monti mintase. Se mo we a montwa mo ninko mo chinko bisa mase. Ubu okoto kwasia na nyankopon hwe motuni. Na mafo ababa mo rappe so monto mo bona mo brage. Mo refi sansa na yolo beba na ye hwe concert party and then nyina we na ache. Ya na mo ma ache. Ya nhwe ni ya ye nya bi mfa nka se mo da ache. Hip Life food aben na mo sie no wan josu na agudo me. Twene be na mo de bo na ye no do no na agome. Dioma Cassia Bonbo for the bodyguard now me. Somebody anyway when you opinion show me the money. The common eye, hip life I will never die. My yes hip life I will never dry. Mean your penny highlight say hip life for no de cry. My two mama, wow, different opinion or reply.
Wow, Charlie, I want to see you do a collaboration with Obrafo and Bra Penny, Reggie Rockstone, like the three of you in one way, saying like the three of you. Like I would love to see Mommy and Son. I would love to see.
You know who will work very much with him?
Manifest.
Manifest. I swear
Manifest too.
So
Manifest too.
AJ Ebobo generation, right? You skip it one generation. Kwame just came right perfectly for that generation. No? Reggie or Bradford Manifest.
Yeah. Like I would love to see the work of these artists together, and I'm hoping
I would like to see you film Manifest and an orchestra.
That would be crazy. You can have an orgasm by just listening to them. Like I'm all right. Episode 4. Yenya bema
yeba. On my twist back, why, Mr. On my regular hip life, on my twist back.
Me pacho
back to the oldies. Aye.
Twist in them matuegu.
Also what
one that can say, you're
all right, everything for Film the rapper, y'all. The guy is talented. Now he's back in the music we say focusing on him. He's not doing producing but now no, he's shedding light on himself. It's in follow on all the social media platforms. In that way, no, or the BBA bar. Naya supporting it. Thank you so much for taking time out. You said Ghana Adia time out and we came you and we really enjoyed
this time time there no more.
Oh, time there no mathematics. Thank you so
I'm
much.
Still in the studio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see when you came in. I could see say yes. But all the same, I'm sure you have other things to do. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate you, and we'll be supporting you from here from time to time. We'll see if you have anything new out. That's it. Sure, no on 2 anamo in see na bibia baby and come out said ye open. Yeah, that's it.
Amen.
That's it. All right. Thank you for coming. All right, bye.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And Kwame na but also be rap and Miss Romi yeah me ya.
Now film be rap. Me rap is start the rap or SSS.
Miss na when you say you come film me na me for say F.
Oh yeah. I mean if not and now
for the clarity now, that's what I thought. Because I was like,
actually, from school days, Nami said that's what it means. And he said his words, like when he did no man come out, because that's say Shakespeare, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he was weird with his words.
I wanted to say Nana.
No.
I should have asked me.
He was so private.
I was saying Bisano because mostly people now, omone impenyu for tena and like if you're they are good with words. So like and penny some back of them. He has that thing about him, like Obrafo. He has I kind of have a Obrafo way
Yeah, he was so private to the sense that nobody knew his background by Sconti. It's winning your school and everything that I personally knew was all about his music because room don't on casa and when I did my own board and me said out so bored by force because now me person me set the record said this is the number of juniors I'm sure and he never want to fall in that trap, but he was always like ubusa the question where's the making no baby Shakespeare the makwa baby words those kind of metaphors that guy is just he's something else with the music.
He writes his music like poetry.
He's good. Lyrically, he's good. I mean, and kudos to him. All right, I was here for film the rapper Enna Yenini Din Komono. Let's get on to it. Baby Din Komo and Koma EBD minim se kwame. Bombo over to Hano.
And
behave yourself. We were about to discuss a Sonny Badu in the concert, no koye, and you know the whole around it, everything surrounding it, and other people that are coming for him, his apology, and then
What did he
also
apologize for?
we'll get there. and, I mean, on it, the sponsors, and he called out Dr. Kweku Ting and all of that, and the people that are involved, how he was disappointed and all of that, went now, and then also, and then also there is I don't know if it's a young man or an old man or whatever it is called I can't even remember his name. Wawari Imam and controversy surrounding Nawari no Wari we say so yinya be ma yeba akwekwe fe ni saying police for akwakochi any yeba police akwakochi no and akobro ni so ride the bicycle from Belgium to Ghana. I honestly so yebebo the video
lithium no be eba.
Mema Kwame Abo a Sonny Badu interview or koye wo OKFM. Na we are you have a little discussion and sana say piki na piki ako and then you better also.
To say I've not connected my WhatsApp to my computer. This Sonny Badu.
That because that will be because I'll be born. I mean, sorry. Bread was sorry in 2 hours.
Kwame na ma highlight your man. I was on connected. Oh, in 90 we then our ball.
Oh no, I googled it.
Apologize. Say Curtis no. Why I as I said
Debbie. You see, I think say a week or whatever before.
Before you proceed, start with a different preamble. You see, Obioka, you see, be a meaning, national academy.
Okay.
Like you see that.
Okay. What happened was. A week before the concert, it was. I mean, it was outside with Pra. There was
airport because she had black queens, I mean, whatever. Man, soccer
players. No. Okay, so the injury happened. Apparently, it happened in his house. On one story, or call United showbiz with Miss G Arnold near the Koye interview in honor or in light of his concert. Now it was coming up, and he revealed say he had an injury. And there is a whole controversies around the injuries in any day on social media, any day. So that's how come everything else came about. And people are talking. I mean, it's just a lot. It's, first of all, Kwame, Sonny, the type is Sonny Badu interview with Miss G. Now, that's where the genesis of how everything started. And let's start from there so people will get an understanding of what we're about to talk about. Now, that's how everything started. And they could we also so on a koy and a concert, no, we is soon any or call OKFM, a ho and half ADS and Nema Baby now so they start in apology B, which people are saying, say, media. Yeah, it's like the controversies around his name, his brand I think is getting to a point where, who am I?
I don't want to call your doctorate to be in 6 months is a 1 year.
Or being raw. Although you PhD, where is this? Hey.
Kwame, remember, I warned you. Okay?
I
warned you. How many days in the year? Oh, baby. How more now?
I specifically warned you, sir. Don't come and misbehave because I know for a fact
Oh no, Nippon kind of also misbehaving. He's telling the truth.
I know for a fact to say you will come here and misbehave on this story. I know. Okay, Kwame say, let me. Oh, okay.
There are lots of cute chucks and canvas shoes out there, but none are as cute as the one.
Hey, Patricia, me, Miss Ralph. The best one, anybody.
Here, right now. Okay.
Truth. What's also no,
not this interview. Let's get how this whole thing started. Yes, or call you kind of saying or call Miss G a honum no. And no, that's how everything got started. And then I mean call me, I mean call Gossips 24. This was the guy. Yeah, Gossips 24 guy now has the videos where we can and there will be a bit home chomu. Will be able to meet it.
Gossip 24.
So the party there I'm busy meeting and make that.
Oh, and the eba.
Only a gradana.
Oh
yeah. Gossip 24 guys here. Akwan Okasaro.
And for Dr. Sonny Bedusis, we are saying the Oboni pa G receipt. It's your no more the bois. Dr. Kukwati or receipt to her. Now so Dr. Kukwati and Kai. I'm one. Anyways, Obe Pacho into the apology. Abba.
This was the apology.
Subscribe button so.
Okay, there no more
notification icon so. Now, Facebook follow your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Maybe I gossips24.com and gossips24 TV. Now, feel free and so bet you the comment section. I share video. I'm up for so. And you be Ashana make house a winner gated community. Number 1, real estate for Musi affordable homes. Ediaba Ghana 4 winner 4 AC estate will be 2 Kumasi to Obuasi Highway no SWH. Say estate no boy for. After so almost some flexible payment terms. I'm out the chair at the cafe. Numbers no screen is on. Ubet me after and also was happy winner 4 now on or more at train and come on. It is so far the media personalities be about bash Dr. Sonny Bedu abako ebra penny fifi prat. They said your diho star if you're pokia vim lady at some we no about my dream. But if you're pokia there or the advice and I bet Dr. Sonny Bedu said ya ka some oka okay FM ne die na can you quite say oka Emma me catch us Dr. Sonny Bedu we need that same period no be cryptic post be and say or person they say nipa nyame inte den ya ni show no e ba so 2024 there so e be kese a chain the about 2023 intend amount for forget the bienu ebesi men are not boys what I say the bienu ebesi 2024 then be kese na minim nipa ko to Dr. Sonny Bedu for a say andadwo me
experience art with 5,000 years of history.
11:30 anadwo enra that's 13th of December 2023 11:30 GMT na make one semi and Dr. Sonny Bedu sorry yeah means I know cast Ghana for down. I Ghana for one die. I Ghana for one die. Oh sorry, I bet try apology the two social media. But apology there. Doctor Sonny Bedu the receipt na aka ho. Chese or the receipt I chemu say ono de na ko mu no him say oboa Dr. Kukwati. Oboa no he o man ba graphic mu o man ye photo shoot award honor no Atlanta obutwa ho picture graphic anya ba ko graphic nkwa bienu front page na Dr. Kukwati eba ho no movie ono aboa no ba na nya hwe so mo se ono Dr. Sonny Bedu no kan se meni so kan obepacho o say apology to Dr. Kukwati. Let me use my platform to apologize to Dr. Kukwati for calling him out on OK 101.7 FM about sponsoring my concert Rhythms of Africa. For those who don't know, I remain loyal to him and honored him gracefully in Atlanta, Georgia. Receiving a dollar. Ma anano our Atlanta, Georgia, me kan mo kasa na meboa. Na memboa. For my major concert in Atlanta, Dr. Otin promised to support the project. But came up short. I say, you say a man's word is his bond. It's in a concert to Atlanta. No. Okay, pass Dr. Kukwati. I promise you, best support no. But I don't know. We support Yamutu. Also for the recently held concert in Ghana, I paid a courtesy call on him. And once again, he pledged to support the project, only for him to disappoint me again. The Okodi Fufono. And a recent one, the Okodi Fufono. October, they no be posted. Also, and also, no, or Dr. Coco saying, oh, and my Dr. Coco saying, pledges of Atlanta, then Sonny. Say ni say nearby in so way the if he has a way the best support. And also no, what disappointing you? A man's word is his bond. After placing so much trust in his words and hoping he would make amends for his earlier failed promise. What's that? Now make us away fairly back. It's a Bianca way there. Oh, where's your bro in your season moon away? It can be a Dr. Betch and a Dr. Sam. Dr. Betch and a Dr. Sam. And so Dr. Andre Amano. Dr. Andre Amano. Promise and faith. Promise and faith. And I know be doing it. Also, after my visit to him, I excitedly posted on my social media platforms about his willingness to support the project. Also, I call on more for me. Is it for me? I'm saying, "Quite and cutting quite and like soup." Okay, for the way you know. And I just saw the media. They posted Dr. Kwekwa saying any neba. Our social media and they say, "Oh, we big boys, no more man, more big boys." Now, Dr. Kwekwa be shaky Ghana with the concert, no shake up Ghana for Swati. Also, I must admit that it was extremely frustrating that an impression was created that in October. Now, I'm for big say, oh no, the concert or Grand Arena, and is a place in the HR Filiho. The concert or Grand Arena, Dr. Kwekwa take crash supporting. Sana ne wa for bitim. And also, the Rebecca say, what to Rolex watch out there supporting concert. No, or by Dr. Kwekwa team in our support. It is an impression about for team. And I know also deletive you. Ututuni na di fio. Ain't no Dr. Swani Beduno. Rebecca same way. But sign impression and ye ni criti. Minim ubi crop koja baby a ball no Dr. Swani Beduno kwedu. And I mean, Kai said in the interview, okay, FM will be beside me about Dr. Swani, Dr. Kwekwa. On one kasa. No predator. On one or predator. So who am I make Kyle?
Sponsors let me down. I mean
recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local
Dr. I say it as it is. You see, that's the problem. He didn't pick up my phone call. He did promise to be a part of it. I put it within the tool, my Instagram. So he said he was going to do it.
Some people who disappoint.
Listen, you can't. This is what gospel musicians go through. And you know, a lot of people. Gospel, I advocate for my people.
So no,
he didn't pick up. I mean, this is I respect that. Listen, let's not go there and proposal for what. You know what I'm coming to do on the stage. You know what I'm doing. You see, I'm not the ordinary Ghanaian. You give me a word, and I've honored Dr. Kwekwa more than any other person in Ghana. I honored him at the city capital in Atlanta, Georgia. So we have a relationship. I gave him loads of awards, okay? So he let me down. But I respect. Exactly. So, but I respect that. I never supported, and I didn't hear nothing. I called him several times. He never picked up my phone call.
Nonetheless, I apologize sincerely to Dr. Otin for bringing this out in the public domain. I have learnt my lessons not to depend on man. Also, with the Pamno channel, and nonetheless, no Pamno channel, the Anyashi or Dr. Kwekwa. I apologize to Dr. Kwekwa. So this are some about 2 bedroom. I could discuss it with OKFM. But in the you know. We say enfa who to nipa so. Enfa who to nipa so. Nipa e de ne ho ato tiase na me aponko so. No doctor so ni be do. We share nyanse if say asem we mo. Say enfa who to nipa so. Also when I turn my back to God, He surprised me and made Rhythms of Africa arguably one of the best events in Uganda thus far. God bless you, sir. Of course, Rhythms of Africa is one of the best. Another best event happened here in Kavod, which I'll be talking about. And I'll say because I took interest in that particular event. See, I'm more videos on Kavod. It was a kind of someone said. But Dr. Sodebedi said, ordinary Nyankopon, that in the mission Nyankopon. Nyankopon didn't hear more. Still ordinary to Dr. Kuku says,
Okay, I will say, the input of what she is trying to say. And
Okay, and then so this is how the whole thing started, and then after the event, or interviews any day. Say any artist be show we are, they go to interviews and they talk about the show. Sonny Badu prior, according to from Yin and and from pictures bloggers ni bini idea show no Nipra no pra, he underwent surgery and all of that, but on the day of his event, all stage, no nkra as I didn't cry anything cry. Clutches, no nkra. But he went on stage and he put up a great performance. And then after we now or clutches and say and non find the infancy form. So Ghanaians are saying ade kwasiano de and then also like I say he went on interviews bashing a sponsors any other, and one particular person or calling it out. Dr. Kweku Oting say Dr. Kweku Oting wakoni fie or na kodi fufuo, or I think say a year or two ago, or anano ewo Atlanta, Georgia. That's where he currently resides. And or he did all of this, in hopes to say papa na promising or bede or babe anane promise, papa no anane promise in any. He feels that was a disappointment. And Ghana for say omujikum omoti kwapai adentina e was say obetena ho na okole papa ne out. Is if anything on fa phone na on fre papa no ne papa ne nka. But what he's also saying is say he tried reaching out to the man several times. The man did not call him back or text him back. Into what was he supposed to do? Into the only way he feels that he can call out is by coming on radio interview and say what he say. Into a car saying and I'm say Ghana for the boone so no say so when I near bed wo. And can make a can't say na or so I apologize into the apology. The apology letter no and Australia after a call interview OKFM, and there it was Miss G any Abeku Santana a interview and in the process of the interview he made mention say or Tony Rolex cry because the sponsorship did not come through into or Tony watch a cry into now say he's disappointed in some people because especially Dr. Kweku will be our honor you say at a more papers money and na fe drew who does that? Who does that? Say netikwa one say Dr. Kweku Omiya wa dikum netikwa pai on say Dr. Kweku or then who didn't sika. Well, Bray you switch him what Dr. Kweku or Kweku fans because what difference fans not the man no committing the akwa for 80 minutes or person say the crack nyina say the fans or the man no fan the fans in some na say and na Ghana for ebinum ye ebinum ntiase and they are also there's also the school of thought and other people thinking say they don't like they find it very confusing and let me just use the word confusing. Say, Obi, I was still pra. I would da hospital mpaso yakoye wo surgery ni ade a wukura poma ne ade a wode nenam nyina no wotimi ko gina stage wo so wo so hu se nyina awie ya wo se masa eject practice ne de sia every stage so kwase na wode yen na obi a wo na ye wo ya wo so wuntimi kura no watimi akwa gina stage so a sheki a wo so stage no so enti no wo pa kire sen ne kura ne sen
AJ, Pachametima Akasana Makoda.
I'm Patrick Kasane PK.
That's a plan. I'm telling you, no kame. Come on, some of them
Obi, and go for a 10 message. I'm sending me. I'm sorry.
honestly, I feel say it's about time. We need to address things as it is.
Right.
Pacho told me say this statement that I just said, he did not quote the same thing. I actually I'm going to cite him on his own words. Or say we
Sure.
have to say things as it is, and I'm also going to
Of
quote
course.
him and cite him.
Right.
Say it's about time we have to say things as it is. Secondly, another point, he said about 4 things that I want to take and just dissect and bisect it. Another point that he made was Oma Dr. Kuku awards baby. So I gave him so many awards. I didn't know it's awards we just give. I thought people have to earn them. Okay. And also see another point. Thirdly, he goes on to say now all the contract and I say be all the proposal
Proposal. Right.
what are you talking about? What do you mean? He knows I'm about to do this. There's you know what I'm about to do, the date I'm about to do. You don't need any proposal. I'm not an ordinary musician. I mean,
No.
I'm not an
ordinary Ghanaian. No, I know that. I don't think say it has anything to do with the proposal. Only your kind say.
No,
I mean, I think
he
he said it.
in response to the proposal. I said, "Do you have a proposal?"
Oh,
Look, I
okay.
say,
Okay.
yes. I know. Or make it that statement. Say, "Oh no. The Dr. Kukoti knew the date, and what he was about to do. So, what do you need? What do you mean by proposal? I'm not an ordinary Ghanaian. So that means ordinary Ghanaians in the young proposal. So, we are above and beyond. Okay. Then the fourth thing goes like, he has to come and call people out. And if you want to call people out, then I think you should also accept criticism. Mewahi, obi be catch them say PK, okra nano, obe family chain, na ho agent kankakra. Until me catch us and say no, ododorant no, a jama me send a down no, bako ewu. Until just I do you should never uncatch there, a chuchu motuma. Or some fan say a constructive criticism. Number 2 hanamo. Oh, the old TV story could criticize you. Now, will be because you come improve beyond reasonable doubt. How you acquired your doctorate degree? No, I could drop paragraph. Now, me, I'm reading the most on your natural paragraph. We read the press release on your natural.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay. When somebody writes for themselves, it's always in first person.
Okay.
Akwani no editor ni a mistake. That when you read this paragraph about his degree, no. And then at one part it looks like Onocho, another part it looks like Obi nature on behalf of him. Why are you talking to yourself in second and third persons?
Okay. If rightfully and correctly, you're telling the truth.
Madam, part of having a terminal degree is knowing how to write.
Right.
Not how to speak. How to write is part
of course.
Of
I mean, speaking
degree.
And writing are two different altogether. Yeah.
Eloquency does not confirm fluency.
That's not translating to writing all the time.
Exactly. The fact that you're eloquent doesn't mean say, oh, you're very, very fluent. And I say the fluidity is there. And you say all this. It's about time we say things as it is. And now you go and wear crutches. First of all, Mebusa, was Abeku Santana also part of those that were criticizing his statement? Because who make his statement be say, Then do when he cried Abeku Santana? Why?
There be on, and I guess that he was fueling the whole thing as in, oh, and so I can't wait. Also, to me, can't wait. I also can't wait. Like it's more like he was instigating stuff for me.
Yeah, Abeku Santana is my
Sitting on the back. Yeah, I don't honestly. Sorry, I don't give a damn. He's an instigator.
No. Me cast him, but the different
Okay.
I'll probably be seeing him very soon. And I will address this issue. Maybe I'll bring it up to his own. He made a mistake taking the guy to the airport. Soccer players, they shall now who gospel is your compared. When I acquired it. Abeku Santana is a first tourism man. I understand. But who gospel musician who compare the honor? Oh, you went there with the crutches so that you can make waves because of your event that is coming up. Hey, look. Yeah, man, for Daniel quiet pa and for yeah, man, Daniel quiet. Yes, so be some man than BB. They was a maintaining board those words in the terrace. Then you go and stand on the stage. All of a sudden, jump around. Then the next thing, who yours happen or crutches, oh, they call him. My share crutches in best 4 or 5 months. Okay, I have a lot of money, and I know, say, me could dry. I just I said this on the show one time ago. Me could dry a palm or bathroom. Now me share. I did not. If I'm telling you, going back on the crutches was something that I was like, you know what? And I don't think say there's any way. Meet my share crutches now. Me could really. Abraham, I didn't me rape him here. The last time.
So PK.
When your cup is full,
PK. But the canasia. You so and I mean and other people are of the opinion say this whole injury was faked to hype his event. Do you also believe that?
I'm sorry about dream about 1983 now about America. About America. Na me and won't be 1983, near won't be yet. To me, cast match I was say. Me 1990, me first time I be fire plane. Ghana Airways. No, I've had that. Oh, bye, yeah. We're not talking. Okay, Ghana Costa back 1994. Na Ghana Airways best year. I'm sorry, biom. Mom, we are last people. I'm fast. I plane. I'm sorry, biom. And more be. Then me person can say, oh, yeah, bad dream back. Me family say, oh, when you answer, when we say me, this how we win.
Okay.
And I be say, oh, share crutches now. We call airport. What because she got female soccer players now. What
was it before his concert? Was a meeting before his concert? And I was after.
It was before.
Okay.
Not share crutches. It was before. Not share jalabia or share jalabia and crutches. Oh no, they call airport. I'll not Abeku Santana. I'm call you the manager. Heavy with your man or Sadane. Who call you? Some celebrities need to know their place.
Okay.
Who compare their honor? Oh yeah, no. What could not say the river? Who really and refi home? Okay, or Bronzamon. So who did Jan the way Juma? Or Chin who feel home? When master put all. When you papa who saw best of a way, no, not Jack or Chow Hawk crowded. And that is what this is happening right now. Won't cause scandals be a baby, I don't know. You when you know what the Nakula. I said, we could inquire or they are sent a mutuum, or they are sent an Atadi. And the Quamunam, and I'm nation yam. The Nimaya Basa is about a number of baby no, only nam nimpi. We are who baby. This is very, very, very bad. This is very, very bad. I don't believe in but I mean who for example social critics that they were not anti-crams and all.
No, but people are saying say a prano a prapa like upraya or he had to get stitches and all of that.
AJ, when I used to be wear crutches, those days, you and I were very, very cool. We used to talk on video call. We call park now because here boys from Kobo now. We hop on my crutches sometimes when I'm laying in my couch before a video call. Didn't come out. That was back in 2018. What are you talking about?
No, but who say for somebody who is a gospel person, or I mean, however you want to call him, he's a minister or whatever it is, don't you think, say, bia or stage, or more because there are some numbing injections, I'll bet me you're not really going to feel any pain until after the fact.
AJ, We work cortisone before my knee surgery. We work cortisone. Cortisone was good for 3 months. Technically, it takes 30 to 6 months. I brought for 6 months in the more before the 3 months. After that, because we have a lot of scar tissues within our knees, it's difficult for us to really absorb that medicine. It's higher than cortisone. It's good for 6 months to 1 year.
To help with inflammation and numbness and all of that, right?
It adds extra cushion to your knee, your knee area. No, I forgot say all the far play now. A more different sort of elevation. Me see people mu na me toguso.
Right.
Na me toguso. But after
so
some
I mean,
time,
if you're sitting there and you don't elevate it and you don't you get up and walk around and all of that,
elevation.
if you don't elevate it, it just the swelling becomes.
There is no panya be on one. Obeko stage one right after dancing no obeti pain. And a sap be panya no. Oh yes, you have to heal. You have to heal. Then after we're healing now, and healing properly, no. I would mean and what's happening, no. So you usually take
should it also be said that he took something that numbed the pain? Or there are other ointments. There are other there are other medication that ointments where you can rub the place and numb it. Then you can invoke the Holy Spirit. Such as in a solid Holy Spirit.
Orthopedic power.
Ano kodi asa, ni refi no kodi asa. Then the band was, hey boy, minana, mi so share.
Kwame
was or coach that ajala 244 Kwame, Mr. Unya boss video no airport no. When you're on crutches, right, and you limp on the crutches now, there's a way they teach you how to walk.
Right, and I think a lot of people are also saying, if indeed,
when he was walking back, right, at one point, the bad foot was limping forward, then at other points, the good foot was also limping forward. So which was which?
And I make us say, he's putting pressure on the foot that he says we're proud. And so it's a bit questionable. You see, that's where people's questions are coming from. We say because maybe you're not supposed to put pressure on it.
And take you over.
Now coming to
Bible say, I say in predudu yebu in the nugusu no. In predudu only yenim no. Obun in nugusu yebon ya. No say boni nyina or the bed chain. Na bonia etia no. It's an unforgivable, unpardonable sin.
Right.
Intimate so unim say media asama make any unim say kuku bi ansa wo yare and na would go re now would be trying to be very careful about those kind of things that we make. Those are lying in the name of the Holy Spirit is an unpardonable sin.
Right.
And those are things they need to take seriously before the wrath of God comes upon them. Maybe to me to be found nyame adwuma nya no me to me so to ebi one corner na me sure me no I'm not perfect and I'm not holy and I will not come so so set tongues nobody can control you to stop speaking tongues.
Of course.
So this also we heal or see he has come to set the son of man free and free forever. So heal I won't go back to the pin. Or Hiliwa. On some can say, oh, my Hiliwa, but go back to the pain. Let's be very careful.
Okay, so before I start Kwame Bebe Muno, who say, I mean, I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. The thing is that, I mean,
why are you playing?
Which is what I mean. You see, for somebody who was formerly used to be in pain constantly and is being on medication and stuff like that, I have a chronic pain and I have been on medications and stuff like that. Some of the medications, sometimes when you take it, it numbs you and you don't feel anything. And then you start going about and acting like a superman or a superwoman. And then you get to some point, that's when you start realizing, hey, Charlie, I have nothing I would tip in. So I'm just saying, say, what if, say, there are other ointments that you can rub and it will numb the pain a bit, and then later, no, will pain the best back. Could it be, say, a ye enubi, and now say, bia, ye woni bibi, and now say, Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, the TC ni so, and the man is no, and now it was maybe just determination that he was determined to pull this off, and that's what he did.
I mean, it could be all the above, but
Right.
my name is the Holy Spirit to pay the power.
Yes.
Oyazama. Nipa team the very 6 months in your PhD. Now, poem credit how many years? How many days this year? I will team the very 6 months. It's my man in your mama. Nipa the very 6 months PhD there. Or the 3 days or the bare 5 hours when the bone healing after that the time, but I don't know. It could be say beer. I mean, we need him to. If we can get a journalist to ask him that question.
Right. I mean, I'm sure we have doctors and nurses that are mutie. This is where Capito's expertise comes in here. I mean, like I said, no, the little that I know because of my ex-husband, and I make her say there are things that, and being, I mean, for somebody who has been on pain management and stuff before, no. Hey, 1 minute. I'm just saying, say, what if? What if something gave? You see, something's gotta give. What if something gave? And whatever
he was running on adrenaline.
That's what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes there are medications that you take, and you know you are energetic and you forget the pain and everything, and then after a while you be like, oh snap, not pain, not hate it. Could it be?
It could.
Well, and Ghana for, and some people are saying, say they are not saying, say, oh faking the injury, no, and I say BBO, but I say the fast on the injury now, and he's fasting too much about it. Do you also believe, say, he's making too much noise about it?
Okay, I've not heard him speak about it honestly, and
no, he went on United Showbiz, spoke about it. He made several posts on his social media platforms, and I think say was he or say the explanation he gave was not or on my year if he be a gunifio said then into the small stairs be or na o ho si ena or patre no prior into no the Nike to no said then no ebu you said tea you said then into no say or reconstructing it like he had to go undergo surgery. That's where Ghana for a yabamu say. I mean, this sounds serious because now one question, one AO BBC catching my attention is now the hospital bed is so and a pillow at medical. Oh, BBC say it will be a or say you na doctors in who the pillow too. Because if you have undergone surgery, they don't put pillow. They don't put pillow. You just lay flat on the bed. You just lay flat on the bed. It's in the pictures.
That name is think that social media is a completely different universe that does not apply to the real world.
Right.
You forget say it's the real world.
It is.
Whatever you do then it's not independent from you.
Right.
Right.
So and I think so with him, no, Kwame, he's been involved
in real life. They will ask the same question social media.
Right.
Yeah, then Nipa Ebe said.
Obi, oh yes, Onipa Ebe or surgery, and I said BBC, because we try picture no from the surgical room. Okay, and and the questions that people were asking, it was legit questions that they were asking. So I say, when you say one crowphobia was our social media in-laws, if they pay critical attention to details. And I be now also a medical field, and they see and they know what goes on. Nurses were so, doctors were so, lawyers were so, that was so.
Google Masters,
and people that are also saying, he's for a gospel person, he's always involved in social media stuff that he shouldn't. Yes, like as any controversy or like needing or the I mean, what are your thoughts about and your views on that?
I think for that one, I don't blame him. He's a musician,
right?
Whether it's the gospel or the end, he says musician, and so he has to find a way to publicize his music and to sell his music. And that means, if that means being controversial, he would.
Okay,
I get that. And I think
does he need to be streamlined though?
And I think he's been bitten by the fame bug.
Okay.
I think Philly said for a musician with his prowess, he should be more
vocal and more outspoken, and people should hear about him more. Because most of the time on no starting, social media was not like this.
Exactly.
Or no time or no the Sonny Badu, some of us used to listen to him. Or no starting and now social media any more advanced like this. And in Crawford feel say because the time and now social media any popular I fear social media media popular, he feels say he needs to be heard. I say nearest or Tinica.
And American also come. Also all UK and in Nigeria. He wasn't like that. Like
right.
That pious, sanctimonious kind of musician. Although the president but then he wasn't showing it.
Right.
US knows and no, like
so you think that for him being here, the real and the true person, thing.
Yeah, and he lives in Atlanta. So imagine. So that is where the gospel capital is. Like Akata form to Papa gospel is Atlanta way. And now like the culture in America where as you kind of Christianity, it doesn't work here.
Right. So you think he's become more vocal than he was before?
He's had more independence to show who he really is. And this is who he has always been.
But it's just that it was hidden. So now with the social media era, and being in America, has awoken everything in him.
Exactly. This is who he really is. The other quiet guy wasn't him. But I think the society that he dwelled in made him show himself like that. But they say he's free, like I said, on clipping and wings. He's showing himself. So, you know what? I'm not an ordinary Ghanaian. So as I said,
right.
When you're ordinary Ghanaian, and he's not, honestly. So,
I mean, what makes you second him saying that, making that statement though?
I think what he really meant was that I'm not an ordinary musician. I'm not a fool.
Okay.
No. Because that girl, say proposal, was so I mean for your music, I saw proposal, no just say no, on yet and net Sonny Badu.
And net Sonny, yeah.
I'm a fianga, I'm a Badu, I'm a jaja, flowers want to know gospel. It's not that kind of gospel singer. So I say, so yes, I know when he been on. So I say,
oh yeah, he a mainstream.
Like And it's true, honestly.
Right. Of course. And I mean, over the years, he's built himself to the level where it is like Obi say he's mingling with the who is who of the gospel fraternity when it comes to America, has say when it comes to Nigeria, when it comes to, and he's well traveled. Salty, I say. I think that he's been all over the continent of Africa.
Yeah, I know I started like I started gospel no plan. One yes, I could get friend saying, I could ya mushina soon, my prophetess shina soon.
Brother Sammy.
Brother Sammy, oh yes, that type of musician.
Yeah, I mean he put class into his music. Put class.
Oh, and what who will say? Oh no, he's more African American than
Right, yeah. African American or British American kind of way say be. I mean, I wine and dine with the elites of the gospel industry. Okay. Right. And if you're brofo make no more hine be kasa brofo no. Okay.
And yet so that's it. This is not him.
Who's that today? Right.
It's different. And I think yenim Ghana for yenim so yenka, but now I'm not guy. You know what I mean? I'm not him. I'm not that kind of nigga. Excuse me. Right. So that's it. It's he show himself. We're like the locks not back or really sheets. So that's it.
Abuzege movements not
exactly.
The nigga in him is popping. He like yo. I mean, I'm it. You know what I'm saying? I live in Atlanta. You know,
big him up in Atlanta. Come eat.
I have a Bentley or I have a Rolls Royce. I'm living it. You know, I spent $180,000 with my concert and shit. What you gonna do? Okay. Oh.
I mean, you could have said that I sold my watch. You did not have to mention that it was
a Rolex. Right? Yeah. And I think say and no soon can be people are thinking say he's doing too much. He's showing himself. He's like I said bragging and all of that is just not necessary.
Oh no, that's what he's doing, and he's making the set. That's exactly what he's doing. On yet he's not a regular nigga. So that's it. Oh no, he's so bad.
Yeah.
PhD.
The it's man. The it's man. The it's musician guy. The it's Ghanaian musician, eh?
Yeah. That's it. And me, I like that.
Okay. I mean, I think that he's carved a niche for himself and he's built himself.
I've come down from Atlanta, way all the way now to come eat fufu with you. Come and pay the money, let me sing.
Now, what has Brofu got to do with sponsorship?
For me to come to your house and come eat fufu, how dare you? Like,
I mean, hold up. Because what? You came all the way from Atlanta to what? To Obifi to go eat fufu. So bloody what?
I have to stoop that low.
Yo, listen.
Come eat fufu.
Okay, so if you think that you're stooping low, if you think you're stooping low, why don't you go to the people that you feel like you're on the same class with and go seek for sponsorship? Then maybe you can talk. So in the locality of the local people, then you come to their level. Get off your high horse, nigga. Please calm down. Get on the same level.
Yeah, he came like down from his high horse.
Like, I'm like, niggas be not. You cannot do that. Come on the same level. Meet them. Get off your high horse.
I had to destroy my whole pedicure and manicure to eat fufu with you. To what? Show up with You did not bring the bag, and now I have to go sell my Rolex.
Okay, so do you think that it was really necessary for him to come sit on radio and call out quick thing like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my baba about baby fufu.
The nerve.
My bofi abedi fufu.
Na fufu na bisa na yen katin
way
kwan
na
na
done all
ben
this.
kwan na live soup.
And
Na live soup
I
na.
didn't even know what it was. It was some thick watery shit, and I have to eat it. You know what I mean? Maybe when I say no maybe a cuckoo. I don't know. I think.
Oh, there be. I Dr. Kwekwa seen them. You sure say adwene kakra, akrantie kakra, enwa kakra.
I'm eating rat.
Oh gosh.
Try that there. I'm very cranny at the OV. So also this care about me.
No, but what I'm saying is that do you think say it was right, even though he said say he called and the man was not answering? Why? Why?
Oh, dear, happy. I say I'm not going to call on my you did not show up. First of all, send me an email or a text, say, me not doing it. You bet my borrow from me borrow later my kutia. So I said,
right.
You did not take the phone call. And me that thing it bore me.
Right. I understand it a ball. It like that thing, no doubt. Even we say if you go seeking sponsorship from somebody and the person promises to come through and they don't come through, you get frustrated. However, this is what I'm saying, knowing that, and publicly he said it himself, that he has a relationship with a man, okay? Knowing that you have a relationship with a man and you've called him several times and he did not answer, do you think, maybe question is do you think it was appropriate for him to come on radio and address the issue like that?
Yeah, where else? Nigga ain't picking the phone. Where else?
There could be a variety of things as to why he was not picking the phone. You don't know why he was not picking the phone. You were able to go to his house.
The variety of things did not happen to your phone. After I've come to eat,
you see, so you went to eat the fufu. The same legs you gathered to go to his house to go eat that fufu. Why couldn't you gather the same legs?
This is called keeping it real. Keeping 100. Keeping 100. 100.
Okay. I understand that. It's called keeping it real. But sometimes you see some of these people, you see the people you meet climbing up are the same people you meet coming down.
Nigga, mind you ain't there.
Mind you, this concert is something you want to be doing every year. Okay. This concert is something you want to be doing every year. And you want to keep some of these people, the relationship you have with some of these people, you want to keep them closer. You need to keep them.
So why keep them closer?
And Amika say, this man hasn't come out, or a representative from this man's camp has not come out to say anything as to the reason why Oman
did not pay.
Oh, that is not the point. That is not, Papa joining that is not the point. We all know about keeping it real. We all keep it 100. We want to keep it real. Yes, we do. But relationship you don't want to ruin it because of money.
This relationship wasn't shipping.
What the relationship wasn't relationship, eh?
See, at the end of the day, Sonny had to sell his Rolex.
Okay, and say Rolex, he needs to come in. So what about not radio? So castle or sponsors into what Rolex. You need to come and tell us how much you sold the Rolex for. You owe us that because you didn't have to come and explain to us and say, Papa na ma uska. Name mo Rolex akotoin na usam. Inti also to be changed say Rolex me 24 be a 50, 100 and abi. Come and tell Ghana for say betra babes. Who be the two futro money?
Who bought the Rolex?
Or say or they call jewelry shop be Ghana. And a Ghana for say we want to know the jewelry shop. We want to see the receipts. We want to see how much you sold the thing for on the receipt. We want to know when you sold it and all of that. Come and account to us. Not say you don't owe your jack. He doesn't owe any of us an explanation. Mogana for now, madam, who lawyers, ni social media, one for commentators, only anybody an explanation. It's all of you can go to hell for all he cares. And then myself na make you go to hell me na make or simo pamu for janko to pum na mo hye no all explaining to them on no explaining to them on china muntimi nye ni foko owie so a ofa ne bag asan betina Atlanta or betina ne mansion mu no agye wagye adem ware ase
the concert, was it paid? Like, did you have to pay?
I think say it was a paid concert, but I don't mean I hear charge ye the mean kai into mean to me and who say
I heard it was very successful.
Oh yeah. I heard it was a well-attended concert. I heard it was well-attended. You know, I mean, a few gospel artists was there to perform. The likes of Nasi, PCS Star, and other people were there, and you know they brought their A game. Our people were there.
Yeah, one thing, and sorry, Sonny Bedu. One thing I don't like about these gospel musicians, especially, is the reliance on individuals. If Samini wants to do a show, he goes to talk to Vodafone, MTN, like corporate institutions.
Right.
When this gospel,
but what I heard through a grapevine is say, I think he went through Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola didn't want to sponsor a gospel show.
I get that, but like when Samini and all these boys want to do shows, I'm sure that Samini, his last show that Vodafone sponsored, he did not just go to Vodafone. He went to so many of them, and Vodafone decided to put up something for it.
Okay.
Right. But I've realized that with these gospel musicians and the Godfather, Pastor, we're friends. Pastor Yochichaka. It's either him.
No way.
So, no, corporate NDC net so far. No.
Bedukobi.
If it's not Bedukobi, some Godfather, some minister, some chief, like it has to be individual. And that's why they're getting disappointed. We are sure say, and can you quickly thing want to call direct, and of course angel groups of companies, and I'm respond that this wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Although Kweku Otin owns angel group of companies, if the company had said they were going to sponsor it now, it would have been different from Kweku Otin trying to sponsor.
Yeah, but the company is the CEO or CFO is Teflos or whatever his name is, and that is who he went. That is who he went to, and they went to Nepapano. So the decision making lies on both of them, though.
So it was the angel group of companies that he went to. So why is he blaming Kweku Otin? Why not the angel group?
Because he's the head of it. I mean, he's the overall. It's just that Neba.
No,
I mean,
there are two.
I think you're right about that. Yeah.
I think it's almost approach. I think that's why Miss G was trying to tell me if you had written the proposal, come on, Miss G, I don't see ya. If you all this full of balloon, if you had written to any group of company and then you went to the court to go lobby, it's different.
But you also why so now say when he looks at his personality and how far he's come, he feels that certain things are beneath him. I mean, do you agree? Do you agree? He feels to say he's above that. You know who he is, you know what he does, and you know his delivery. You understand? Was propose that no deba for what? You know what he's going to do.
I mean, now you are on crutches with no Rolex.
Anyway, Feroz, are you there? Benin show say Feroz and I do say no beba has seen it. And then boy it's FCC crime say 10:30 ani upon one.
Yeah, any grog. Oh no, we
You be post this. This is no, but I mean, I've had a few people. I normally like when then I'm can't make us so you beka so ni badwa sem kakra you beka we kakra. A lot of people feel say he's doing too much. Do you agree?
Totally agree.
How so though? I mean, I want to be well informed when people say Obi is doing too much. Why and how?
So I say, especially for the gospel fraternity, like the gospel music, they don't see themselves as ordinary musicians. They see themselves as preaching the gospel through music. So, they have a way of dress, like a chair power for them crowd to be doing proper music videos.
Right.
Although, like most of them, Mark Abrahams were making the money. They couldn't even do a proper production because of the perception people have for them.
Right, for gospel fraternity. No.
And this guy is actually a pastor. Normal, he's not just a musician.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. And this is why it's been questionable who ordained him to be a pastor. Did he go to a pastoral school, or automatically, the anointing fell on him and he felt to say?
Said theology school the very 3 days there. And then
no, I mean, because I've had people ask these questions, and sometimes I'm like, why are people asking me this? I'm like, why the hell are you guys asking me? I'm not his wife, I'm not his mother, I'm not his sister, I'm not his family member. It's is it because I do radio so you guys feel say I don't know anything about the dude? The information you guys see on social media.
First time I heard about this. For me, gospel, I've been following gospel musicians a little bit because most will not so like
right
now, like I follow them a little bit. There's this controversy about him, and I hope people over here know. So Binima say he used to come to Atlanta and go to some kind of Ghanaian church and minister as a musician for the church once a while. And then he kept coming, and then his popularity started soaring.
Okay.
So he just decided to say, on wants to be in the church.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, like I said, I used to follow him too. I used to follow him, and for me following him, he was doing song ministration. I feel all of a sudden met CISO or Yesofo. So I'm like, okay, when did he go to pastoral school? When did he, I say, onipa ba kopeno, eniema bebre. No. I mean, I don't know.
Setting up a church cry in the US, there's controversy because
Mm.
apparently he stole the congregation from his friend that he used to come.
Oh, okay.
You know, this guy is just full of controversy, and it's, I mean, for his music part, for his entertainment side, it works for him.
Mm.
If you see our Charlotte, I would like to go see him.
Oh, I mean,
if he comes to Maryland, I'm sure a lot of people
oh
will
yeah.
not.
What? And Amika said when I used to follow him, I mean, I've seen him twice. Oh, Maryland has seen. I mean, because I was so eager to go see him, and
He's a goddamn good musician. Period. That one.
And because you can't take that away from him. When it comes to song ministration, you cannot take that away from him. That anointing he carries, that you cannot take away from him. But as far as the what's
I don't think it's anointing. I think it's just got good pipes. Like,
I mean, okay. I mean, he has good vocals, whatever it is. But I'm saying, when it comes to song ministration, you cannot take that away from him. But I mean, it's like every time you turn around, his name is out there somewhere. There's something being said about him, and sometimes I sit back and I feel like, how is his family feeling? You know what I mean? Because if now and Simbi say me mama tin Simbi about me. Now me mama from those. I'm like, yo, come on, calm down. And you was out. So I'm trying to think how his family will feel and how they're processing everything. And it's like continuously, no, on one I say on Faboge crying yes, one team okay, so he will continuously. I just say Bibi Ama no nemu na din nemu bi. And then Kofoka say he's doing too much, but I mean, hey, if that's what it takes to keep him relevant, I feel he needs to do what he needs to do to be relevant.
Apart from Brother Sammy, another controversial with the more Brazilian kind of touch.
Yeah,
like
Brother
how many gospel musicians do we talk about?
None really. I think say Brother Sammy, Sonny Badu, Gifty Adoye, and I think these three really
is a fake ass, right?
You're right.
Like we have to do something extraordinary.
Yeah, Gifty Adoye. But the rest we talk about them is either there's something negative about them that is in the maybe our regu and bibi and I say
nobody cared about her until she bleached. Like
yeah, also in the house in Anna. Also in the house in Anna. Everybody started talking about
So anybody has been a very good musician, everything at some point. Nobody talks about him. And then you realize, okay, when I went to, I think the first thing was some real estate movie or UK or Mafia will be there. People started talking about him. And then and then this church that he
No. I think that the next one he did, I mean the next one that came up was Owari ne Yirino or Mukosa Kwabna Nyumbi said
exactly. And then they started talking about him. He went to school congregation from his best friend. They started talking about him.
And then he earned a doctorate degree where he said go for a doctor. I want to earn a doctorate too. So
like
are they? I mean, okay, you know what? Okay, Papa, but
thanks, bro. Like headmaster.
One I'll cover and buy. In the American, I was so funny, anyone there, deal with it. So anyway, for baby, I mean, I want to make a banner for Kakabe, woman can Americana, a banner. Medical be a Sonny Badu. You guys, just a Bible moon read here, and I say, first scriptures. Yeah, draw a woman who would touch not my anointed. Unless
do my prophet no harm.
Send a Kwame Kano, Unjin, this say, oh, yeah, anointed. And to move it with me touch it anyhow, no more for Mr. Timfi Rolex, or more pet. I hear or talk or kind, baby or tone, won't say here more. Munko Bisa. Because
he said he sold it in a jewelry shop somewhere while specified.
No, he specified. Oh, I think boy, either shop in the day and as an impanity. There's something that he mentioned to authenticate as a more can. So he did mention something, either the name of the guy or the shop. Now, more person amount which we are check. I see the whole event cost over $180,000.
Right.
And clearly, the Rolex was a drop of water in the ocean, just like he described it. The Rolex in the Sikano, and yet, but I mean, he needed to some Papabi and now auto Rolex, because it's Rolex the Papa and yet main event. Won't be catch any Rolex or to the or the event, and yet Rolex or the event. I said that is an insult.
What a diabolical submission, but okay.
I'm not being diabolical. I'm going by what he said. One more can say Rolex or the and yes, I know the now. Let's go to Efia Pukua and before we even come to Abeku Santana. Efia Pukua's submission say, and he has to go through this, he has to do that. First of all, I don't think this is his first rodeo. I don't think that this is the first time of organizing events. Efia Pukua know how to seek for sponsorship and how long it takes to get sponsorship and all that. I'm pretty sure he went through all that with the regular people that he felt to say they have to go through. If I am doing something, if I am doing event, that's a mihia obimana bika 360 amamia. If I call other people, I have to give deposit. I have to book a day, arrange all these things like, But if I know Capito can do it for me, I'm not going to go book no deposit with Capito because of the way I'm in NLT.
Right.
What I say. So I don't think it's fair for us to sit down and assume say he didn't know what he was doing with Dr. Bukwati. Probably he felt that they were close enough for him not to go through all those rigorous stages of asking for sponsorship.
And that's what I said. And then I make a check for Mrs. Siano.
Wa honor no wa hype no Georgia. He felt that he had established some sort of connection. And so other places Nyoma was so here for other places. And he didn't think it was necessary with Dr. Bugwati because of the kind of relationship on in I established. So I think it's a and let's face it, he didn't go to the radio station to bash Bugwati. It was just a passing statement. And everything that he said during the event, the interview, Kusantana, ono areas no buy no. Diabolica agengen kwan or the tiho, because he could have brushed this statement out easily. But he wanted a lot of emphasis on it. Of course, now he's got the attention that he needed with that interview. Because nobody's talking about anything else he said on that interview except for we go attend here. He said interview no nyansa bi enim. Bebe nyansa attention is the go attend part. And instead of you being acting like a good citizen by saying ready and say, oh, dear, why would you pants? Boom, and I won't turn the back door. Who say, no, Manika? David, what money
body, so I can't roll like the
you think say okay despite and come catch us on body no.
I doubt it.
Despite Father Dixon and a oboni dia and come so on bobo. But I say sometimes some of these things, you know, I mean, let's face facts and say yes. Sonny Badu comes with a whole lot of controversies. That's a given. All the stuff that you guys are saying about, you know, his controversial nature, yeah, that and also, but let's be realistic about this situation and let's put, you know, the pegs where they are supposed to be. May I feel like Abeku didn't do well by encouraging and instigating. So
and that's what I said. Say I think he was an instigator.
He himself probably has an issue with Kwekwate already. So he felt like this. I mean, come on. Kwekwate is also a big man on his own. You will not sit down, maybe call baby here. This is DJ Ras. I mean, encourage it because I don't work for Sankofa Radio. What I say, I know to say the year of fire, so I wouldn't encourage someone to openly diss DJ Ras because I don't work for Sankofa Radio. That is very unethical. That is very unethical. And see, for people to enjoy, you know, and Sonny Badu na kasa so no doctor na show me because I think they say because you should have known right away. You should have known right away. Said this is what the media is pushing for. Unless on one kasa, so this is what he wanted. Unless
I think he thrives on. I think he thrives on the whole negativity, the whole negative publicity, and all of that. I think he thrives on that. I mean, if you ask me, because for somebody who has been around this long, you know, and yeah, maybe a while, you should pick on it. And
unless I mean, clearly that wasn't his focal for the interview. But I say, I don't need to take you over the whole shine of the interview. Or he said it in passing. And on one more detail, so
no, so you didn't want to
like he said, he's not the average Ghanaian. So waka on train sign like to sebi now get say typical Ghanaian will say sebi or no sebi price. But you see, these are some of the things that opens the floodgate for anybody to diss you the way they want to diss you because but you know, at the end of the day, you know, woman was so event. Charlie putting up an event, maybe who the whole clip. I don't know how many people went there, and from the look of things, he didn't do the event to even break even. He did it because he wanted to do it. Because if it's true, and honestly, $180,000, I doubt it. Just like I doubt 180,000, I doubt you must have spent a lot of money. 180,000, I doubt it very much. I also don't know. Ghana event. Oh, you in America. Ghana event. Ghana event. 180,000. David money yes sir. And so the adults. Besides, I mean, and the adults on Tisokaka my. But at the end of the day, you know. At the end of the day, about the clutches, you see, sometimes when you are in front of a crowd now, you get some extra energy when the camera is in front of you, when the crowd is cheering you on. Put me some extra energy beer. Unim baby if you a way. Yet to me call baby. Obey more, sir. Yen when you be ope. Obey budu get. We are 3 days. Over now of you. Because No way. Because I'll pause about messing up you. So I know the hopper like there's a possibility to say onya ahodi bi honestly me share video me share clip how this thing to me say I mean me to reach how the level of fakeness I'm on for describing. Maybe he was just without the clutches and moving with caution. I don't know whether he was jumping around and doing acrobatics and rokoto. May say sometimes when in a crowd or when the energy is like the environment is correct now, you forget some of your illnesses. So if you are meeting up event, one who say one no second. My and you be especially you be or to be the boy could see to say particular you be any owu ko be sorry asase we obebu no mu ovia na one when the 3 days are 3 days o fe na onfa e fe na chale misisi na me mu na me na me ko no ubenye video so obu mu correct. There's no way you would think say get we wire. What I say aha. And you know, I possible say, sir, energy.
Me masem na mo kan is.
Yeah, can you banana and
yeah, kind of only handsy. Never say a can of banana interview.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. And say be a sir energy ni bino nya or the koye. I don't think say you want panye bia. I don't think say you want no bia. And now me again, me shoot me who video na. That me who ne. Agility level na and me who so okay I dey we show kaka but because if you are not Takashimi or the if you Takashimi no there 1-2 steps you can do without the clutches we calculate it here which we are easily so I mean that part move on to but Dr. Sonny Baduna Kasan so doc I had to break kaka break I will speed too much. Oh, and say you was so exaggerate because yes, Anna, it can go ahead, my maybe you want me some make me ma obia and watch a polo, Abna Coco, Dr. Sonny Badu. The only person I mean to me can be man is Shatter because Shatter ought to say me. Oh, it's no.
You and buy one cameraman.
Me to me, doc is me to that doc back on me to. I can do one doc at a time.
The doc ben I'll be you know.
So far, my father, Sonny Badu said, "Mebuano." Oh, my can me. Yeah, you and me to
me. You to come out with a new
what?
A new award scheme. So Dr. Badu has Dr. Mama award, so I'm not.
Chester, what's your award, idiot? Not just oh, you're great.
I had a doctor. I had a doctor. Even Dr. Donna na, and I am cross seven of Anglican.
And then why I'm not one out, you can okay.
Sorry.
And then Dr. Dondi and answer Dr. D.
Dr. D.
Dr. D.
Yeah.
Okay, that was all.
Doctor. Woman award and a more doctor.
Yes, I want to me, yeah.
Yeah. If we're able to give awards, then we can give you the and the Sonny Badu Munjano, I know open one. Yes, say before why was he training? Yes, he was training before, during, and after the event. Before and why was he training?
He was training because of the injury.
What caused the injury?
Or according to him, he went to United Showbiz and explained say na or water ne garden o say na o clean o say them because workers ni be ye adwuma no mu je figu ho into no she them no see you know he doesn't want to be the boss or whatever and he just wants to clean up after the people, he wants to clean up the mess and na stairs kakra bi wo honom and our flow say then them say pattern them say bibi o say then
Into the 9 in your one here ebunimi no na aba.
or say I'm so say right no right in the koye and said you or sister you kure koye obi bisa say yeah then e koye said you di pillow at Ghana for after Ghana for what time to do analysis
One no mu na wa somebody a.
Ghana for bulls again. And see that's how
report is no yeah wanya de.
And it's I know yeah they wanye.
Wanya de. Nipa no so Dr. Fukoti, oh you are. Dr. For no more hydrogen or Ghana. Dr. For no more hydrogen. I think
like Dr. Sir Kwame despite. Hey,
I think Ghana problems in it's Dr. Nakaho. Dr. Nakaho and my economy in control.
Oh.
Yeah, and no more Mujiji loans from Dr. Baum. Hey, Mr. So I am moving to us right.
What they be yasem na quarter upon what's our way. Who be yasem na quarter upon.
Don't trust my ana pathetic can kwasem. That's a baby in kwasem never.
I say we ja kwame ze kwame nkata no.
Oh.
The first 5 minutes and yes, so
Nyake nyina tautology me wa. Nyake nyina ye nkwansem.
Yeah, we the best here.
And Papa Baba.
Muchemu a.
Yechemu agal out.
No, we got it.
Yechemu agal out why?
Baba you.
Just a more point, that's a more for me, which is sweet.
Yeah, phone there, you respond there. Mami, respond the next one. How many minutes?
Aka 17.
In the next 17 minutes, your phone. Now, mom, but who somebody show the share and say, "Yamu."
Now, if you are when you cry, then can you attend it?
Here, upon 10:30, yeah, beja. If him one is you, I need more money, say. And can't now one check a crack, but so dear.
And more your viewers in favor, and I say more in my favor.
Yeah, you are sleeping when you some conductum.
Papa, entertain me, but it's
yeah, you are sleeping on concordantum. No, but Papa,
what is the other topic that you're going to talk about?
People are of the opinion, say, doctor, he's doing too much. Do you agree with that?
And I say he exaggerates everything. He has accomplished stuff. He has done things, but he's over multiplying the accomplishment, I don't have any problems in but like we do level be a feel say just like he said, he's not an average Ghanaian.
Right.
Because what's an average rache? Now so better you care average.
Oh Jesus.
And it's only average Ghanaian you care the uncle or your average human being another thing.
Hey.
What I say? It's yeah, I think he's doing a lot much. But what's not here who said show business, if you are average, you won't go anywhere.
Right.
You will not go anywhere. If you are doing it, if you are doing it for the business aspect of it, not for a hobby, You need to find out. You need to find a niche. You need to find something that will contribute to some sort of talks to bring your name out there. Say event you're going and or interview and as I said, and can event I hope you
Mm. And so for me, I think say sometimes some of the things that he does, he says or posts and all of these things, it's surrounding around a event be a all year just to get people talking and people's mind on to what he's about to do next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also possible, but I mean, he thrives on controversy. He thrives
He
on
does. If you ask me, I think that he thrives on it. I think he enjoys
social
the
media
attention that
clout.
comes. Yeah, I think that he enjoys the attention that comes with it. Because me Wohana Obi sending me will be a screenshot on Instagram where he was I mean, I don't know if it was an exchange or he was just trying to explain himself on those called celebs page. So where the lady posted say Dr. phone and he was there trying to explain himself. And I felt personally, I felt that was not necessary. You understand? So what Phil say you have come and to be honest, to be fair, I don't know PV waves in the man in the gospel and fraternity. So I say, ain't he? So what say went through level be now went through and
like what do you mean?
What do you mean? What's your question?
So on PV waves saying.
Like who said like who said a missing can like for the likes of their brothers Mamis and other things, to be coming and doing what they do now. I mean, there were other no, there are other gospel musicians out there. Yes, no more honum. But now say ni ensure won't come be like
There was sisters started no way.
Not all but me come
I'm trying to so say modern day then yeah but
that's what I mean. That let me put that modern day gospel musicians, modern day gospel musicians like he was ministering other people's, and I don't even I think that I'm saying but what I'm saying is for somebody who has worked this hard to get to where he's at, I feel maybe and says or didn't in as much as you want to stay relevant and you want to stay whatever it is, there are certain things that maybe I would do You're not just like you say. You're not just an ordinary Ghanaian, or you're not ordinary Sonny Badu. You have worked hard to get to where you are. It's in Yama be or what? I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I think he thrives on it. The fact that he gets people talking about him. Is it mean to see I kind of want to over 1 hour a day? Is he I discussing him? Wada by now okokra wadakra.
Why
Sorry, Badu. On teacher don't go before no abe. Yeah, mona mobile. One teacher don't go before no abe. Is that what you say? One teacher don't go be no abe. You guys. Now, Kwame, I can't tell how many minutes. Your last topic, a branch here. What's it? Okay, 11 minutes. Mami, ha life topic. Yembo video. Ye waha neda. Yen nam social ni media. So I see a branch TV as a philanthropist. So ye dear you. Wako ware a mam you. And yen social ni media. We say, woman tiasi. Kwame, bo video no. Na yenka ho asem kakra na say yenfa adwuma re adwuma mana na
nya ide
o de ne yenyi yediwo ma highlight
you ba fina ba my WhatsApp is not connected
It's not. Oh, Papa, so make sure say Papa is situating himself to play that video. I mean, there was a video. What's it?
Now I have to go and come back.
You know what I'll do? I'll just send myself an email of the video and just play it. Do
a video. I mean, in social media, say just social media in-laws and the commentators see. Ubia a Canadian, Ghana for so dear. Say, when we are named and I near was dear, yeah, the memo correct, you can a pepe. Waware and Maiwa Minu, na Maiwa Minu, now our social media will be added the story back, and I winnie. All I can hear is almost a trace on the Omoka trace on pet and a farm and nip a panic a pit of wine in Babington.
So say, what say a baby view?
There be besides as a dream, no.
If you say by Mamma means I wouldn't say dream, and I say, yeah, you will show you since now over a deal from Sad.
Some Mupana bet me, I come once a matter of Amadi. Ain't I people with the Acharabono? Ain't you Ghana for say or won't see me paying you say, wet to me, our a mammy, which I feel say is dope because a money be no at your own say. And baby, remember baby, so mechanical cry. They wish their first wife will understand. So come be whatever fighting. I come honanka. My father medino enka a switcher. What Papa? What's your take on that? I mean, do you think it's right for him to do that and put it on social media, or it should have been something private?
Now, what did he do wrong? Did he do anything? I
mean, people are bashing him. Say, why would? So why wouldn't you chrome free?
Nonsensical bashing and more bashing. Okay, do we know whether he's a Muslim? If he's a Muslim, what has he done wrong?
He's not a Muslim. Oba kuno wumuno a man baku na ye Muslim, meaning a man baku and a Muslim. But
okay, so clearly, see what is wrong or what people perceive to be wrong is
and that's what somebody Obia you are kind of see we all see differently. Kwame Manika about video no.
First of all, who said so on your Muslim? And if he's not a Muslim, what is because at Ghana we judge things based on religious affiliation. That's the only reason why people will see something wrong with what somebody is doing, because they think it belongs to a certain group whose beliefs are not in line with what the person is doing. And so, or a traditional worshipper, he's done nothing wrong. So, or a atheist, he's done nothing wrong. Or a Muslim, he's done nothing wrong. Unless the people are saying, say, or a Christian, and our question, and even that's in a crowd for me, I still don't see for as long as watching a mommy and Etiom say they are in a co-ed situation. I don't see what wrong in see onion kukumu and I say social media not the Bible thing wrong. I want not why wrong and now social media not the Bible thing wrong. I mean that's what I'm trying to find out. Senya worrying there and the social media not the Bible thing it has nothing to do. Me sure say baby or no fino we boom rebi aso. Baby or no fino. Me sure say we boom rebi aso. And the social media are able to move reviews. That's because I'm going to for fun. That's like Dr. Mount. Sanka dam for fun. And so boom, baby, as woman, on Gilly. I am your way.
All right, Kwame, what video name?
Jehovah blessings will carry you anywhere you go. The power will follow you. When I was losing the battle, you told me to keep on. And then you gave me your shoulder to lean on. But your angels never be every day. Never be every night. No telling what else. I'm on the top and I keep on wheeling. Higher we go, highest we go. You counted me out, but I came even harder. You can't be your friend, but I've been screaming louder. I made all this magic like abracadabra. You're gonna fire me, but still I'm a barber. Can't trust the person who sell out for dollar. Me value got show like a vintage Impala. Will be under my downfall, cause I know a lot of you niggas be haters and the grab all this power. You can just stay in your
Mixologist. Hey, Selassie, how you doing?
Jehovah, your blessings will carry you anywhere you go.
And one look here.
Any Branty na which I think is or no na per the explanation that is going around no. Na on no ewo and something happened and they had to break up and they went their separate ways. And all the coffee they ship blue no. And na say ba no echo school or uni ni bibia wie. And na obaye no obefa obaye na say whatever it is no. Or you know, or make a cambo one or mokana say or Matias say obema or my wife no or Matias. And there's even a video where I think it was 3 a.m. No mumi nunina co-wives. They were coexisting. Omu wofufu, omu yeduane, Emma, omu yeduane, yeah, omu ti omu hwasi. You could see say they understand each other. Na omu yeduane ma bema na ye de edi baku wofufu ena baku so ye de eye nkwan. So you could see say they understand each other. Omu ti omu hwasi. Ena omu ware na Ghana for na ye nim what their problem is.
I say, because no phone here hard labor than your young guy. Because
next week, I'm switch it.
It's almost take it time to now.
Yeah, next week now back now phone.
Because mini madam will be all Maryland or Carbon Command in
why they?
I can't believe
What come and go and
I can't believe man is a good ship you business here. It's in here. Anyway, moving on. I honestly don't see anything wrong with this because if none of them is complaining, the man is not complaining, and the two women are not complaining. What's the problem?
Ghanaians seem to think you say, you know, I did think I was a banita.
And I said, well, now there's a lot of polygamous marriages in Ghana.
Yeah, but I think say or no dear just because he brought it to light and as a man for a whole quine to feel said they can say and criticize whatever it is that is going on. So in other words, what they're saying is say he shouldn't have even brought it out. You should I was saying
why? Is it like Bonibi woman? I want to put him in
so when him say you grow move for the say idea and yeah feel say if we're not like Papa was saying say and something contrary to what we believe in I feel say bonnie is not supposed to even be out in the open. How dare you? Meanwhile, people are secretly doing it behind closed doors where
wow. I wouldn't go too far. My grandfather was in a polygamous relationship.
Okay.
And I know my uncles know more now. And I feel like my grandfather, only the brothers know. The polygamy now. It was normal until like modern, me say, yeah, papa mu generation no almost as almost a sign of crack. Polygamy be brave, kind of crap. Polygamy be brave, but 50% of their marriages were polygamous.
Mm.
I say it drew yeah brand paying for papa more time on papa more start this on I don't almost say
Kwame, so
papa more must say yeah. So that's it. It's
and is that uche mu anga o senga papa mu susu nkomo ye in the open.
Papa mu ye obanye open.
Say na make us say 2% say uche mu anga. E o say ni mu ye in the secret and in the dark. It was hidden in the dark should come to light.
Yeah, I mean polygamy has never been an issue in Ghana. Like our traditional marriage actually encourages polygamy.
Right.
I think when most people that are Christians, like Christians,
I mean, I think say a while back, Doc Heward Mills, I think said made a profound statement that I believe say he didn't condemn polygamy.
Right, because I mean
he didn't condemn polygamy. So then why are some people condemning it?
I think it's more of a European thing. And all Europe, like Western European kind of tradition. And because like they were propagating the gospel more, they sold the gospel with their own tradition.
Okay.
Because the Bible doesn't even support the whole one man, one wife thing. It does. It's I think our Basel mission and the Catholic missionaries and they started propagating say one man, one wife. Great grandfathers and grandfathers no more than one wife. Back up and a bit many for register.
Oh, into all the other ones, just but I mean, in our customs and culture, isn't it, the customary one is more recognizable than people already signing.
I mean, we recognize all three. So in Ghana, you can do the traditional marriage, which is our actual marriage.
That's what I'm saying. Say we don't. I mean, from what I know and from what I've learned, is more recognized than this whole white wedding where people this animal. I think the traditional one is more recognized than the white wedding.
It is more recognized. I think say the white wedding is more popular.
Has taken over traditional. Okay.
Yeah, I think it is. But on our books, you can do any of those. But the only thing is that if you go to the court to get married, it follows more of the biblical, the Christian type of marriages. Into Okoye, you cannot actually legally marry another person. You can legally marry one if you don't do customary.
No,
if you do the
But what I'm saying is in our custom and culture, don't we recognize the customary one more than anything else?
Yeah.
Because from what I've learned, it's more legitimate. Doing the customary one, is more legitimate and recognized in our culture than anything. Than I make a wedding. This
I mean, Uko Bishi, and it proves what you're saying. If you go to any traditional man's house and you go and do the traditional marriage of his daughter, now you don't do the white wedding now. Or they still recognize that wow, I know.
Right.
if you go marry him here at the church, now I'm better traditional.
Okay.
Why not? You just had a party period.
I mean, so then, I mean, this dude has done nothing wrong. He's actually, if anything, no crampona, what he's done the right thing, right?
He's done the honest thing, you know. Mm-hmm. I think he's done the honest thing.
Right, and he needs to be applauded and condemned, right?
I'm surprised he's being condemned, honestly.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that I think have weighed in with their 2 cents, and people are condemning it. Say, I didn't see and why are women subjecting themselves to that? Blah 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 blah. And Mema will be asking this. So I'm like, you know, and these people these women that are busy condemning this act are the same women that are side chicks to other men.
Yeah, they're rather that than,
you know. But this man has made an honest woman out of these two.
Right.
So I say, but you are busy condemning this, but yet you're busy being a side chick to some broke ass nigga somewhere.
Is the society, right? The society has made it more. They encourage one-on-one, like this. You'd rather be a side chick than to be a second wife.
No, I mean, I said I was having a conversation with somebody, and this came up, and I said, "Look, I would rather be a second wife to somebody who I'm recognized and seen, where I can freely be seen with him anywhere and do whatever I want with him, than being a side chick and be hiding it and glorifying it." And they thought I was crazy for saying that.
It's society that has made it so.
I think that narrative needs to be changed, because there are a whole lot of women that are busy being side chicks to men, and they don't see anything wrong with it. However, if a man chooses to make an honest woman out of women, you have a problem with it. Like, what kind of society do we live in, though?
And the sad part is, this used to be our norm. And then all of a sudden, it's been frowned upon because it's not seen as Western enough. So,
like, what you only on to me. I mean, why do you want to be? Yes, look at them. Even if they're not happy, Krampuna, they know about each other. They know about each other. Do you rather know about your co-wife, or you rather, your man being out there and sleep with anything under skirt and go bring something with you, and also women say, "Oh, okay, this is my co-wife," and you just say, or when you
that would have been a perfect picture, but we've allowed our customs to be eroded, and what sprang out is some other culture that we to say the more Western you are, the more of a gentleman. Like, say, Usha suit that you're more a gentleman than Obi Obesha, your traditional suit, Obi Obefrantuma.
Yeah, you're seen to be, oh, you are such a perfect gentleman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charlie. Yeah. Our gentleman was the catchy.
Yeah, like we're tutuntuma, onim kasta.
Yep. And it's sad.
I mean, honestly, who video, and there was another video where a man, I guess that the guy, he works very hard and he works late into, he eats at odd hours, and a man, were in the kitchen and they were cooking, in as much as, yeah, by all means, of course, but it's still going to be the same. He's with both of them. but he's made an honest woman out of both of them. He's made it.
I don't know. He loves them.
I'm just saying, but you see, he's made it legitimate. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's made it, and he's made an honest woman out of both of them. Instead of them hiding or him hiding and sneaking and going to be, and then not the Obaba he can't even completely be himself. I say he's looking over his shoulder, and the other woman is also looking. I mean, come on. I mean, people are still bashing this dude. Meanwhile, more bashing him.
I have to go read the comments. Yeah, comment readers association. We have to pay attention to the comments and see why they
highlighting me in I read here. Highlight me in I can be. You know, like I just you see some of these people that are busy on the social media front, fronting and condemning the act and all of that are the very same people that are busy being side chicks to other people. And who or no ya tin anymore. One and who is better than who?
No.
And I must make a question.
You read a comment now.
Any highlighted comments in the video.
I think that my main fans so I don't think I can highlight them now. And can't be now. Because maybe was that boys to see a hater so.
I know today.
Was it boys it was a hating figure. Just say I don't know yeah. The guy
that's what I'm saying. The guy, you see, me I commend his boldness. That's all I can say. I commend his boldness. Like he's taking the bold step. What take a bold step?
That's good. You are good. Oh damn. Okay.
What take a bold step? And one making honest women out of both of them. Now, if you have the best of both worlds, you have two women. Now, say if you want to do zebra crossing, cross to be that is one guy's a
Oh, yeah. Our you should know that.
I know that, of course, I know that. But what I'm saying is, the people that are busy condemning the dude for doing what he did, he's done the right thing.
Right.
He's done the right thing. Both women are not complaining. The family members are not complaining publicly. They were there to support their children. They were there. Into wusuna yede wotitene. Wuna yede wotitena when you abre wuna wuka obedient. Wosuswe. Wuni any ono. Why and then when you him.
Okay. Dave said that's good.
Wuna yede wotiteno. So no and no na ya make an honest person out of one in me and why then when you him.
We see. Poor man picking go talk to God made one woman for one man. Okay. Who else? Esther, and here for say something threesome is on my mind.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. People are talking about threesome near it. But meanwhile, the guy also came out and explained, say it's not even about threesome. These women support him, they pray for him, they do this, they do that. And that, I mean, sometimes it's not only all about sex. So yeah.
This lady in blue, Boko there. Looks like the man loves the other lady.
Yeah, I think that's what other people were saying. Is as a pay. But opa more than opa say back on the defense of Faridos or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. See,
but mind you, on they had a history.
Sometimes sometimes you don't love people the same. It's not like you
Of
love
course. I
one.
mean, because everybody have their own characteristics that you love. There's something about somebody that you will love, and there's something about the other one that you love. And you will love them differently.
We say this guy is smart. He made simple choice. One nyashless and the second medium nyash.
Hey, Charlie, people are cruel on social media.
We say I want to break his record and marry 4 on the same day. Okay. I can see he loves the fair one. Okay. That's not okay. What is the name of the movie? You know why I'm laughing? I'm just imagining I'm the CEO. The way my mom will come and scatter everything. Hey, could you? Then I take the first slap. This when did you get smart and didn't tell me? So I wish I can join you. Hey, Alaji Hakim. Could join us. This one there, they have to sleep too.
But I mean, again, he has a means to, do it. I'm sure he has a means to do it. But just he has a means to do it. And here for now, mono, here mono, more to baby, most child support, more money. I know there. Mama dream was some for second wife, but I'm to me wrong.
What if your wives are rich?
I mean, if they're rich, then you're good. Don't mean no more okay. What
if your wives are rich?
Yeah, they're rich. They're rich.
I got me to yes, so a man so some like umpuli amui, and I feel
when ya ask your mind.
After 17 minutes past our time, let's go to bed.
And then but your name point. Everything for
Yeah,
the the movers one.
Unfortunately, you got us today. It's,
we didn't get the whole crew into next week Ejuma for remember.
Yeah, the 11 on your phone.
Yeah, 11. It's it was. I mean, it was a nice time with Fim the rapper.
We were going to talk to another lady, right?
Yeah, but she didn't. She hasn't responded to any of the messages and stuff like that. So we just yeah.
Oh, she was the one that was.
Yeah, the lady that is gonna do a sing-a-thon or whatever it is for Ghana. But yeah.
Probably be sleeping now, trying to gather some.
What's it?
Maybe by now or they gather.
I mean, if you want to shine, you will say you make time to shine. On to me. Where I mean, Fim the rapper, he made time to come on and have a conversation with us. We're not gonna put.
Fim is not going to be singing for 3 days straight.
We're now. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's not. But at the end of the day, you are going to be singing, and you need all the media ways that you will need, to have people come support you. And if you're going to be doing this, it's okay. We're not gonna chase after you. We're not gonna force you. The people that want to be heard and want to be seen, they will come. They will make their time and come. And they will go check him out, and then the numbers be increasing. It is what it is, So whatever you want to do,
what is the problem? You can't just say that. Nobody is saying you are chasing her, but you don't know what I've spoken to her twice or 3 times and she has agreed. So for her not to show up today, something must have happened, and we need to give her the benefit of the doubt. And to know.
And yeah, I'll say the benefit of the doubt back.
Anyway, I mean, this is where I sign out.
Papa, now you're signing out too.
Signing out.
See how about old June so and then I'm bored.
Oh, my juice is that.
Kwame. What is my guy was a woman?
As well, kind of Christy Mary can please can we just add that polygamy is not for broke people?
It's not for it's not. It's not for broke people.
I'm happy she said broke people but not broke men because
okay, so one guy
with Christy Marie.
Chrissy me patcho, it's for men, it's not for broke men. If you know you're broke, you can't even be common simple phone bill and common in the amount to me or that name for whatever they say Amazon and say Walmart program money bra don't men fat send na me don na person me wado bi an kukan obi an fa o jimi tra o baby
so tomorrow be 4 cry no cry
fa o here no jimi tra o baby.
Is it me when I'm advocating for women to marry more than one?
I know, right? And most of you see if you me worry more than you.
And now so we think about for Jimmy think about. We said that pie was a trap.
I know. I swear mine. When you say for miss calls, right?
Okay, I think Chrissy Marie Muya son as well.
Yeah, I said money, cannot. You see, this one, the broke ones will take off all today. Thank you, man. I love you, girl. Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Marcus, who beat her father if she gets pregnant? That's the only DNA test, why?
Now, when they put me, yeah.
Mini.
See.
Okay,
okay, I was here for your phone. That's it. You better say, my phone, my phone, and Kasa. Oh, baby, because I may be a dip, many kwame dear. A kay mean why be a dip. It's you
elected them by.
Yeah, let them by, yeah. You see, they say you remember. You remember, baby.